Appreciate you guys pulling up and hanging out with us today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us all week. If you have been here Tuesday and Thursday, and now you're here on Friday, throw a one in the chat for me. I want to see who has been watching the show all week long. We appreciate you guys supporting what we're doing over here at ARP. You guys are a blessing, man. You really are. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to the Blues in the building. I know you guys got a tough job, Danny. I did receive your email. I didn't get a chance to respond, but I did go ahead and give you the managing abilities as well. So you have that. I'll try to make Lori as well when I get a chance, but for whatever reason, I could not find her. Um, couldn't find her to add her. So I'll try to do that today, a little later today. So we do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. I know the cell phone screen can get a little crazy from time to time, especially, with the things that we discussed, over here, especially what we were discussing yesterday. I guess it was to be expected, right? But thank you guys so much. Hit that like button for me if you haven't done so already. Super chat, super thanks are greatly appreciated. Shout out to you guys that have supported the channel via Buy Me a Coffee. That link is in the description box as well. Shout out to Eric Plummer supporting the channel via Cash App. Thank you so much for supporting what we're doing over here. We definitely appreciate you guys. We have the usual prospects in the building. We have my sister Crystal from God's Verdict with Crystal. We have my brother Minister Danzel in the building today as well. My brother AT is in the building. We also have my sister Mika, the Messy Conservative, in the house today as well. And we have Celeste Duffy, the author of The Ass Backwards Way to Move Forward. If you have not purchased that book, you definitely should. Be on the lookout today for Ask Me Anything from Celeste. Also, be on the lookout for Gutter Bunny of the Week. Be on the lookout for that a little later on today as well. I'm sure you guys had a chance to see the thumbnail. You've seen the title. We are going to start there today. I know a lot of times, we'll do some other things before we get to the actual feature segment, but we have to jump into this early today, and then we'll lighten it up as we go. But we do appreciate you guys. Please hit that like button for me if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys so much for supporting what we're doing. We definitely appreciate the super chats and super thanks. Shout out to all the ARP family members. Thank you guys so much for supporting what we're doing over here on a month-to-month basis. Thank you guys so much. Just so you know, if you are an ARP family member, you do have the ability to use the member-only chat. Or I think it's called the member only chat. I could be wrong on what it's actually called, but you have the ability to do so. And it will highlight you. So we'll get a chance to see anything that you would like for us to discuss, here today. We're gonna get the show started off with the verse of the day from my brother Hunter. Shout out to him, little brother Hunter. Appreciate you. Today's verse is out of Proverbs. And this is Proverbs 28:17. It says, if one is burdened with the blood of another, he will be a fugitive until death. Let no one help him. Man, that's right on time. For whatever reason, I don't know what's going on with these liberals. And it's liberals of all ilks. White, black, Hispanic, Asian, doesn't matter. Men, women, it doesn't matter. It seems like there is a running theme with them of supporting some of the most wicked and diabolical behaviors out there. I do not understand what's going on with these people. Goodness gracious, man. It seems like every month is something else that these people are supporting that just blows my mind. It just makes me, it's just like, how are y'all supporting this? I just don't get it. I'm sure you guys seen the thumbnail. This young lady, Lindsay, they've raised almost $1 million. The goal is 2 million. Let me say what's up to my folks in the chat. We're gonna get everybody pulled in and we'll get things kicked off. First and foremost, let's see who was first in the chat this morning. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. All right. Got Lori Addison in the building. What's up, Lori? How you doing? Hey, grab your coffee, hit that like button, and enjoy the show. Yes. What's up, Corey? How you doing this morning, brother? Cindy K is in the building. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What up, Vicky? How you doing this morning? It's good to see you. Wolfheart is in the building. Oh, my goodness. Here he goes. Shout out to Kimberly Gray. Thank you so much. Appreciate you pulling up. What up, B? It's been a little minute. I ain't seen you in here in a little minute, B. B kicked us to the curb. Shout out to Miss Rosa. Hey, Miss Rosa, how you doing this morning? Appreciate you pulling up. Thank you so much for pulling up and hanging out with us. Shout out to Tiffany. What's up, Tiffany? How you doing this morning, sister? It's good to see you. We got my brother Cool Ramon in the building. Shout out to you. What up, Miss Marla? How you doing today? I love the hoodie. Thank you so much for pulling up. We got Dylan McClung in the building. Appreciate you pulling up. Love the t-shirt, bro. Thank you very much. What up, Lewis? How you doing this morning, bro? Appreciate you pulling up. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today. We appreciate you guys. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me if you haven't done so already. We definitely appreciate you guys supporting us and supporting what we're doing over here. We got my rich brethren, Teddy Marcel, in the building. What's up, Teddy? You make sure you hit that collection play. What's up, Lizzie Ann? How you doing this morning? It's good to see you. Appreciate you pulling up this morning. Thank you very much. We got my big brother, Daniel Manning, in the building. Shout out to you. Appreciate you pulling up this morning. Thank you guys so much for pulling up. You know, I'm sure wifey is in here somewhere. Appreciate you. What's up, Francesca? How you doing? Ginger and Juice is in the building. Shout out to you. Appreciate you pulling up this morning. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We got Professor Sonny in the building. Winner chicken dinner. Just so y'all know, Professor Sonny, she might be the first person, at least the first person, to let us know that she won the giveaway and she turned around and immediately gave it away. You know, God loves a cheerful giver, man. Goodness gracious. Shout out to you, Sonny. Appreciate you pulling up this morning, and congratulations once again. Thank you very much. All righty. We got Krista Knight in the building. Shout out to you. Appreciate you pulling up this morning. Happy Friday to you. Appreciate you guys pulling up this morning. All right, let me read a couple of these super chats we had that just come in. We got Miss Rosa with the $2 super chat. Second Chronicles 7:14 is God's promise to his people. Thank you, Miss Rosa. And shout out to Sin 55 coming through with the 5 jewels. We appreciate your support. We also got Ralph on the right with the $5 super chat. Psalms 122:1. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Praise be to our Lord Jesus, creator of heaven and earth. Thank you, Ralph. Appreciate you, bro. And shout out to Sheila Ford, been a member for 4 months. Says good morning, family. Good morning to you as well. And we got big brother Daniel Manning in the building. $20 super chat says, brother Wise, AT sound like we are farmers. Bumble. At the end of an amazing show. Oh wow. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what that's about. I guess I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay. Uh-oh. What in the world did I just do? Give me a second, guys. Oh, here we go. I'm moving screens and this thing just popped off. All right, cool. Give me 1 second here. Let me fix this. All righty. Let me pull up. What's up, brother AT? How you doing this morning?
Hey, I'm blessed, sir. How about yourself?
Extremely blessed.
Amen. Amen.
You know,
I like
you
this
know
sweatshirt. I really do. I meant to tell you that. I like this sweatshirt. I don't say it enough over here. This is yours, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah. It's very comfortable, man. I got 2 of them. They're very comfortable.
Very
Very
warm.
comfortable. You know, they handle business. They do the job. You know.
You
My
got to
wife
ignore
is
Daniel. He's talking smack, by the way. You got to ignore that. It was a great show. The first half we was just catching up, so you can skip it. The second half we did an evaluation today to text the stuff that we were working on this week in the Bible, and they all did a fantastic job.
Oh, cool. Outstanding. Who is the young lady that's doing the I guess the evening kind of Bible study?
Melinda Carlissia. I should probably introduce y'all. Melinda's fantastic. I've known her for the exact same amount of time almost that I've known Crystal. She does great.
Cool. Yeah. Wifey's living a good life too. She still sleeps, so she gonna talk trash about it. She gonna say, you got to tell people I'm still in the bed.
Oh, yeah, she'll get you for that one. She absolutely is. But you know what? Sometimes you got to sleep in. Waking up early is not for everybody.
Well, she got up with the dog last night. She always gets up with the dog. Oh, she's up. Oh, she had to pop her head in here to let me know she's up. Okay.
Now, not today. You don't catch me sleeping today.
She was asleep when I came in here, so Where's Minister Danzel? Oh, he must have popped out of here. All righty. What's up, Crystal? How you doing this morning?
Hey everyone, good morning. Happy Friday. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody.
That it is.
I hope y'all are doing well.
Yes.
It was a busy night last night. I was dropping videos, popping in people's streams. Shout out to my sister April doing her thing last night.
Yeah, that was a good stream. I watched a little bit of it. She April does a great job though. Shout out to her. Does a great job.
Yeah, we're busy. over here. Even though AT says I never work, we're busy over here.
No, that's not true. That's not true. You're the one person I say works too much. You need to learn how to relax and go to sleep. That's what you need to do. Crystal used to never sleep, Wise. Never sleep. Back in the TikTok day, it'd be 2 o'clock in the morning. Crystal's wide awake. AT, I just got to put out this video. I just got to do this. She also used to work a different job too. But no, you're the only person, Crystal. You work. You absolutely do.
I'm always grinding. That's what Brother Wise says. He's like, you always putting in the work. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely is. She works more than me. And Papa Dot, I don't want to hear you.
Not too hard. That's not too hard.
Why you giving Papa Dot something right now? You gonna give Papa Dot?
I don't want to hear your mouth. Hey, AT, you got some feedback going on in your mic. You want to turn it down just a smidget. What's up, Mika? How you doing this morning, sister?
I'm good. Good morning. And y'all won't shame me because I sleep in all the time.
First of all, it's bold to assume that I won't be capable of shaming you for something. That's a wild way to start the conversation on a Friday, Mika. Come on now.
I sleep in all the time. Okay.
Yeah,
I love it.
We'll have to reach out to the hubby. I'm sure he got some dirt on you. I'm sure he does.
And he will love to share it.
I'm for certain.
Mika, ain't nothing wrong with sleeping in because the days I don't have to do anything. Oh, I'm laying in the bed. I don't care. I'm laying.
I need it. I need it. Having a 5-year-old, again, that's teetering on 25. She just gets up at the crack of dawn and wants to do everything. That's why I told you guys I have to get up and, do my exercise and everything early because I know she's going to wake up. So I feel a little better today because she slept in.
Nice.
So I was free.
Nice.
Other than that, thank you guys.
What's up, Sister Celeste? How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to the chat. Good morning to everyone on the panel. Yeah, I'm kind of an early riser. I'm in a little routine, so I try to go to sleep and get up at the same time because I don't do too well with all these fluctuations. But Mika, I want to tell you, I saw you with your picture with soon to be Governor Byron Donalds. First of all, you look beautiful. He looked great. Seemed to be a very celebratory atmosphere. So
yeah, Byron is very cool. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we just gotta get him into to office because he belongs there. I don't know who.
It's gonna happen.
All this
I think he's gonna get it. Hey, Wise, do you remember that place where we went to eat?
Yeah.
They say that he frequents there often.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the spot.
Well, I'm sure he ain't frequenting there right now because he's busy. He on the campaign trail right now.
No, probably not now. But when he was in Congress, he was there quite a bit. They said.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you bring up Byron? I literally was on the Lord's internet arguing with people who was saying we can't trust a black man that married a white woman. So I'm talking about people in Florida. And I had to be on the Lord's internet arguing with people. I was like,
really?
Yo, delusional. Yes.
I'm surprised because most of the people in Florida that I know that have mixed race kids.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, y'all are some of the
My family's from Florida. So,
That's what I'm
okay.
Yeah, I lived down there, so I already knew. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I said, y'all live in South Florida. How many of y'all are in interracial relationships? Y'all need to shut up.
All of them.
I was like, just say y'all don't want to vote.
I don't care what they consider or call them or whatever.
They don't want to vote for. They're looking for any reason.
That's right.
To not
all
vote
it is,
for
an
a
excuse.
Republican.
Even if he wasn't, they would
is.
just say he's a Republican.
Exactly.
So they're never gonna find a reason that they could trust him.
But you know why it's so great, Celeste? Because every time the Republicans or the conservative side has something, they always have a first, and you never hear that. Byron Donalds would be a lot of firsts.
Yeah.
And he doesn't talk about that. Yeah, yes.
Already first.
Correct. Even as a nominee.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yes, yes.
We got Minister Danzo in the building. Shout out to him. What happened to
you?
Hey, yeah,
family.
You was here and then you was gone.
Yeah, I had some issues with my camera. I'm doing good now, man. But we got a full house today, man. Look at this.
Yes.
Full house today. Full house today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got some. They look at that 3-on-3. They wanted AT to get some backup. That's what it was.
First of all, I just want to say it's incredibly disrespectful to Minister Danzel and a brother Wise to think that they're not enough backup for me. But you know what? I noticed that one, right? But you decided to let that one go up in there. That's okay. Second of all, the way Mika came into this conversation saying that she's underestimating us, saying we can't shame anybody, so that might not be the backup that y'all want down there for you.
Let me say this. You notice how he switched the seating?
Yeah.
That's because he's being messy right now.
Yeah, that's right. He got them over top of us. You see that?
We're going, Celeste. We're gonna let this progress, and then later we're gonna do our rolling on. We're gonna jump in.
I want everybody to notice that Celeste is the one that started this. When this goes downhill and y'all saying AT's problematic, I want to point out that Celeste is the one that started this. Okay.
Let me say this. I told everybody, and I lived up to my word. I was nothing but supportive of AT yesterday. Now, yesterday is over.
That doesn't count. You picked the one day I had no sleep. That doesn't count. I want to consciously know what your support feels like.
Here it is, Celeste.
He looks refreshed. He looks ready to go. Look at him. He's got all this energy about him.
Mika, look, here's the deal. We haven't had a chance to do this too many oftentimes. You have a choice to make, okay? You're going to be peer pressured by the Bad Girls Club over here to go away from the truth, to go away from righteousness, and just to be ridiculous, okay? I happen to hear about your reputation. I believe you'll be capable of conducting yourself in an appropriate manner.
Hey, listen, she's messy Mika. She can do anything.
I see her on the
she can do she can do messy.
Listen, don't let him mansplain to you.
But don't let him. But AT, I saw you in the chat because I'm finally in the chat. I saw you in the chat. I said, "Oh yay, I'm in." He said, "Well, hello, yay, I'm in." I'm like, first of all,
hello what?
Yes.
I said, hello what?
I said, yay, I'm in the chat. And you were like, well, hello, yay, I'm in. I'm like, well, first of all, I'm like,
okay, all right, I understand. I understand. You may not understand dad humor. All right. That's dad humor right there.
I love it. That's why I laughed. I said, oh,
I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Early. Okay. Well, first of all, I love it.
It's going to be an interesting show today.
Yes, it is, and no feminist language. It's bad enough that we got to start
the
show off.
Thank you.
We got to start the show off, with these crazy.
We are family.
I know y'all ain't starting.
We family, y'all.
You mean Celeste is not starting early? Let's be grammatically correct over here, man.
No, Celeste ain't do nothing. That was all.
See that? There you go. That's the bias, Mika. Objectively speaking, Celeste came up here and says something, but Crystal has such animosity towards me. She ignores the truth whenever it comes to AT.
Celeste,
boy, why you got your hands full today?
How you gonna start this and say keep my name out your mouth, Celeste? You know you did wrong for that one.
I said my name 19 times.
Celeste over here throwing rocks and hiding hands.
You know what I'm saying? Crystal over here being as biased as a liberal woman. I don't know how to deal with that.
did you just call me liberal?
I said as. See, that's that selective listening. That's that selective listening right there.
Emotions like a liberal man right now.
Oh, so being calm is an emotion apparently. See, Crystal don't know about that one. That's why she was confused because she doesn't know how to be calm.
Whatever.
Why you gonna have to call Ghostbusters? Why you got to call Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters.
I don't know what happened.
Who you gonna call?
Wise got to get a horn. He got to get him some sound effects and be like, ha.
Shout out to Dimples with the tool jewels. Thank you so much, Dimples. We got TMG 2025 in the building. $5 super chat.
Today is the day the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. Jesus Christ is King. He's Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Amen.
Thank you, TMG, for bringing these people down to.
Show enough.
Chris, hey, she needed to hear it, Tam. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Go to the corner.
I didn't even say who I was talking about. Go ahead.
Shout out to Jonathan Hunter with the $5 super chat.
I bet that shirt is comfortable, bro. Wise 3,000 thread count of Egyptian cotton. Better feel that way. Listen, Jonathan. You don't understand.
Make sheets like that, not t-shirts.
They hand weave Brother Wise's stuff. I'm telling you right now.
Oh shoot.
Shout out to Satan's enemy with the $10 super chat.
Like Nas says, look way deep inside yourself, discover the diamond inside, find your wealth. The diamond is your almighty creator. You dig? #ARP Jewel. Thank you.
Alrighty. We got TMG with the $5 super chat.
Brother Wise, Brother AT, Sister Crystal, and Sister Mika, I love y'all, my brothers and sisters. May God bless y'all.
Thank you,
Amen.
TMG with the
Thank
$2
I'm
you.
super
chopped
chat.
liver, right?
Sister
No,
Celeste.
Oh, look, see you next.
Sister Celeste and
God
Minister
bless you.
Hansel. Come on now,
God
Minister
bless you.
Hansel. Come on now.
I was being funny. I'm
TMG
trying to
with the
keep up
$2
with y'all.
super chat.
The super chat was for all the panel. See, she already knew y'all were gonna come.
Yeah,
That's
she
why
already knew it. She already knew. Minister Dan, here he goes.
I was already.
What's up, Debbie Rocks? Thank you so much for the $2 super chat.
AT, they said your mic is mad loud, and they're saying
Really? Still?
they said your volume, you got that good mic. That's what they're saying.
They said that mic is on.
How about that? Is that better?
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
It's
I'm just
clear.
gonna pull it away from her. I'm gonna do what Mika's doing.
Yeah, you got to. I'm loud.
Shout out to JV, the great, coming through with 350 joules. We appreciate you, JV. And shout out to Tam G with the $2 super chat.
We are family.
Oh, I did sing that, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
My brothers
Hallelujah.
and my sisters and me.
Yeah.
Thank you once again, Tam G, for the $5 super chat.
Ladies, I love y'all, but I got my brothers back always.
Look at that. There you go, Tam G. So now Tam G's on the right side. She on the right
cool,
side.
Tam G.
God bless you, Tam.
Hold
Thank you,
on,
sister.
hold
I
on.
appreciate you.
Thank you,
Tam
Tam G.
G.
They need it because we can
They
hold
sure
our
do
own
need
here.
you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She's right. She's not wrong. We need that. It's incredibly difficult dealing with an abrasive woman in 2026.
Abrasive.
Abrasive. I know he did.
We are not liberals here. We are conservatives. We
That's
stick
why
together.
that's why he used abrasive, because liberals don't know that word.
That's
That's
not wrong.
That's a big
All
word.
right,
That's a big word.
That's
my
a big word.
adjectives.
That's a big word. Thank you to Mary for the 500 joules. Thank you so much, Mary. And shout out to Dylan McClung coming through with the $5 super chat.
You ain't chopped liver, minister. You're D. Call me.
There you go.
Call me D.
That was
Wow.
a smooth day. He said, "Call me."
Wow.
Y'all terrible. Mr. Largy with the $5 super chat.
The beginning of the show was better than WrestleMania. Laugh out loud.
Hey, we know we're not a dead podcast, that's for sure.
You got to understand, too, like bickering with Crystal is like people in the military bickering with each other. We can do it. But if you hop in here and be like, yeah, AT, Crystal is trash, what happens next is not going to be pretty. It really is.
Y'all are like Martin and Pam. You know,
Yeah.
you like,
Yes.
you can't call that sister rude. You can't talk about that sister. I know her.
Martin was a simp, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Do that whole show.
Martin was
Is
a
it true
simp.
that he like was really into her to the point of almost like
Yeah, he was.
fucking her
He
and
was.
such?
Yeah, they had some issues.
Do you ever see his wife?
His
the woman
real wife
he
or the
married
wife in the
Looked just like Tisha Campbell.
She did.
really?
Just like Tisha Campbell.
I never looked at her.
Yeah.
Go look at pictures.
I'm about
of
to
his-
Google now.
Can I just tell
Thank you,
everybody
Tam G.
you still have an hour to vote. I see under Brother Wise's, it's only like 989 votes for Gutter Bunny, so y'all still got time to throw in your vote while
Well, we
watching.
can vote all the way up until you actually do it. I didn't even know that. I thought it was cut off as soon as we start the show.
Yeah.
No, you can keep going. Keep going.
Get
Yeah.
them votes in.
Alrighty.
Get them votes in.
Get the votes in. Tam G, 2025 with the $5 super chat.
AT is my little brother, and I have to have his back.
Thanks, Tam. Appreciate that.
Look at that. Thank you, Tam. Still Rails with the $5 super chat.
Blessings to the entire panel and the entire chat. Thank you, Cole.
God
Steele.
bless you.
Thank you, Cole Steel Rails. And Debbie Rocks, 88 with the $5 super chat.
You're all in the wrong squares. Laugh out loud. The Brady Bunch never switched theirs. I'm all confused.
Alrighty. We're gonna start with the Lindsay case. Liberal women are losing their minds. I want to start with the ladies on this. I'm gonna play this clip, and I want to start with the ladies, but I got to get an understanding of what is going on right now with the women that are supporting this craziness. The lady already admitted to doing it. You have some women out there that are saying that they don't believe that she did it. They believe that the husband did it, and that he some kind of way manipulated her to or coerced her to admit to doing this. But there's also CCTV footage of him being at the store when all of this went down. I mean, this whole situation is a mess. And the way that they're out there The way
$1
that they're out there,
million,
like
baby.
this was the Carmelo Anthony case. They're out there in the same manner. It's almost the same spirit, you know, in these people as it was in the Carmelo Anthony case. These are two people that did horrific things that they have admitted to. And you still got people out here caping for them. They've raised almost $1 million for this young lady.
Yep.
They've raised almost $1 million. You know how many people that, you know, need money to go to college, need money to start businesses, and we're raising millions for people that have admitted to doing some of the most horrific acts
Make
that
it
could
make
possibly be
sense,
done.
man.
I'm blown away. This is unbelievable, man. It really is. Let me play this for you guys, and we'll start with the ladies. Mika, we'll give you the first word, and we'll go from there.
Said that Lindsay Clancy's GoFundMe has raised almost $1 million after she admitted to ending the life of her 3 children. So if you've been watching the news at all the past week, then you know about Lindsay Clancy, who ended her own children's lives back in 2023, but is now finally going to trial and pleading insanity. Well, her family has created a GoFundMe to raise money for her defense, and so far it's raised almost $1 million, with some people donating up to $10,000 to give to her.
I just want to make one thing incredibly clear. No guilty verdict, no non-guilty by reason of insanity, and no manslaughter charge will ever make me believe that Lindsay Clancy killed her children. So when this verdict gets read, you guys can come back to me and be like, oh, this is the proof, this is the proof. No, it's not. This is the proof of injustice. This is the proof of a corrupt system. This is proof of coercion. I, as well as 80% of other people, know she did not do this. Nothing will ever be changing my mind, and I will forever say that Lindsay Clancy is fully 100% non-responsible and innocent.
So who's Lindsay Clancy and what is going on? Buckle up. In January of 2023, Lindsay Clancy, a Massachusetts mother of 3, strangled her 3 kids to death in her basement with exercise bands. They were 5, 3, and 8 months old. Her trial is this week. She's being charged with first-degree murder, and the question is whether or not she was undergoing a psychotic episode and didn't mean it, or if she carried out premeditated murder. So either she's committed for life or imprisoned for life. Now, how did we get here? So after her 3rd kid was born, she started losing her mind. Postpartum anxiety, depression, paranoia, insomnia, and evolving psychosis. And in 2022, she started telling mom and husband that she was having thoughts of killing her kids and started seeking big-time medical help. Now, at this point, she's on at least 12 different medications, including the antipsychotic Seroquel, which includes hallucinations as a symptom. New Year's Eve 2022, she finally checks into a mental hospital. 5 days later, she checks out, saying she wants to be home for her 5-year-old's birthday. Then a couple weeks later, in January of 2023, she's apparently having a really good day. Like she's not being crazy. She texts her hubby saying, I didn't cook dinner, let's do takeout. He leaves the house for 25 minutes to pick up said takeout and grab Miralax from CVS for his 5-year-old daughter. Security footage confirms this alibi, by the way. And while he's gone, she lures them to the basement and spends about 4 minutes per kid them. Then her arms and neck, and then jumps from a 2nd-story window, permanently paralyzing herself from the waist down. She's on 6 medications at the time. Husband returns home, sees all the bodies, calls the police. And that audio recording has not been released to the public, but reporters in the room said they heard it, and it was just sickening. This story is tragic and vile, and somehow online weirdos have managed to make it worse. Some quick facts before I explain. People are conflating postpartum depression with postpartum psychosis. 13% of American women get postpartum depression. 1 in 1,000 get the psychosis. It's very rare, it's symptoms-based, so you can't find it on an MRI, but it typically presents very suddenly in the first 2 weeks after childbirth. Symptoms include hallucinations, delusions, severe insomnia, and yesterday her mom testified that Lindsay texted her in October of 2022 saying, will you stay with me? Something is wrong. Horrible insomnia, anxiety meds making it worse, really, really scary. I don't want to be alone. Patrick testified that Lindsay called him and said she did it because a man's voice told her if she didn't do it now, she'd lose her chance. It's looking like she went crazy. The prosecution, the people prosecuting her for murder, they have a very, very difficult job. They have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that she was not crazy, just cold-blooded. But either way, she's still going away for life because her children are forever gone. That's the tragedy. But instead of focusing on that, online weirdos are blaming the man. Here's what I mean. Blue-haired people, for instance, are throwing themselves out of windows to prove that she fell out of the window weird. She must have been shoved. It was the husband. Yeah, Patrick, he was not at CVS, according to these ladies. He hired a body double, drugged her, the children, shoved her body out the house, and then staged the rest of it. And the evidence of all this It doesn't exist, but he did remarry another brunette after his former wife unalived all of their children. So guilty. There's also women saying this.
Many of us see ourselves in Lindsay. Many of us know that we could have been only one step away from doing some of those horrific things.
What? Like, get help. She had a psychotic break and committed multiple mortal sins. That's not the same as you feeling down after having a kid. And then there's women out there saying that if men aren't talking about this case, it's because they're abusive.
If you're a man saying, like, she should just go to prison, she did it, Patrick's innocent, leave him alone, he was a great dad, I'm just going to assume that you are abusive.
Yeah. There is not a single piece of evidence that he was abusive. Women, you're making us all look bad. The reality is she was on an insane cocktail of psychotropic drugs at the time of the murders. It's really sad, and it's terrible to see that she was severely struggling.
An astounding show of support today for Lindsay Clancy. Hundreds of women, all dressed in pink, cheered the accused mom as she arrived in a police caravan for her murder trial. Supporters ran across the field to greet Lindsay. Some came with their babies. They held up heart hands during a silent rally for the mom who strangled her 3 young children, then jumped from the second floor window, leaving her paralyzed for life.
It's a buzz around here, guys.
Fox News legal analyst Chanley Painter, a former prosecutor, actually wore pink in her live report as she spoke to Lindsay's defense attorney, who was greeted with cheers.
Hey guys, what do you think of the support for Lindsay Clancy out here?
I have no words.
No words?
It's amazing.
Mika, I'll give you the first word on this. You can go with this wherever you would like to go, but this is crazy.
Yeah, this is part of course for liberals, but here's the problem that I have, right? I'm very much so into all of the court dramas and things like that, the cases, crime cases. And one of the crime cases I remember from a long time ago was Susan Smith. Susan Smith drowning her children, right? Now, that woman could have just given them to the father. She pushed that car and watched her babies drown, right? And it wasn't, because we didn't have social media, it wasn't as televised, but women had this same notion. Well, she was overwhelmed, this and that and the third, when you could have just gave them to the father, right? Now, fast forward, we're here and you have a different story where the father is present in the home. And now they're still blaming the father, saying that he's abusive and all this stuff. And when you have to watch it, when, just like the lady said, the blue-haired people start talking about abuse, because they're not talking about, something like, Kamala's backhand Dougie does. They're talking about how he talks. If he talks a certain way, certain verbiage is abusive, certain tones is abusive. If, he thinks conservatively, the mom should be handling this, he's abusing her, let alone other things that can be thrown in there. So you have a CCTV camera that catches him at CVS. Well, these internet detectives can just go, instead of jumping out the windows, they can go to the actual CVS and look at the mileage, look how long it would have took for him to get to the house, all of this stuff, right? But they like to go to the extreme. But you look at all of that and you say, so you have all of this information and you still choose to come up with a different narrative. And I think it's because of what one of the ladies said. We see ourselves in her. Yeah, I bet most liberal women are on all of these drugs to fix this, to fix that. They're struggling. They have, children with issues because the father isn't there, because, a lot of them tend to be single mothers, like all of this stuff that doesn't apply in this case, but they're going to use that as another means to not take accountability. Like every time we talk about some type of story with liberal women, it's always accountability. They're not taking any type of accountability, because when I look at it, they're talking about the man, they're talking about everything except this mother. This mother ought to be thrown in prison, but maybe in the psych ward because she doesn't deserve to be out. But maybe she is part crazy because you would have to be crazy to sit there and strangle your children and look at them while the life goes out of them. You would have to be crazy. But again, it's the environment that liberal women and the liberal, dare I say, medical community, this is the environment they have festered, because you look at it and it's just like everything is, let me give you this drug, let me give you this drug. Well, when you add chemicals to a carbon-based body, you're going to get an imbalance. So now you have a side effect of the side effect of the side effect. Yeah, she's probably crazy on top of already being crazy. I just think it's a sad day that nobody is concerned about the children, and they're only concerned about protecting a woman who deserves all of the backlash that she's getting.
Celeste, we'll give you the next word.
Well, thank you, because I'm going to pick up right where Mika's left off. It's to me, not even so much debatable that she had a psychotic break, even if it were premeditated. I have to assume you have to have some high level of psychosis to carry that out, to one by one, systematically, 4 minutes each. I mean, that's you've got to be in the throes of some kind of psychotic episode. The question for me is not whether or not she was in the throes of a psychotic episode. The question for me is whether it was induced by the cocktail of antipsychotics, which seem to almost always produce psychosis. I don't know why the antipsychotics are always the one. Go read the back of them. If you try to go on depression medicine, one of the side effects is increased depression. When you go on antipsychotic medicine, one of the side effects is psychosis. So maybe alongside her at the trial, the pharmaceutical company should have to come and also answer for what it is these medicines do. But I will say this, all of this, these SSRIs, this pregnancy termination culture, this steady lure of eugenics and concern about the population is going to require an increasing amount of bloodlust. And we have to be careful in a society that becomes so nihilistic. It wants to give up itself and give up its children. And then you have to ask yourself, give yourself and your children up to what? I don't disbelieve when she said a man's voice told her to do it. Because I don't know if these medications or if in these psychosis, you can break down barriers that maybe something and someone can communicate with you in ways that we're not traditionally familiar with. I think this stuff is very dangerous. This is why I was saying they should ask these questions of the pharmaceutical companies, because you don't know if these concoctions can actually help to create an environment that makes it more possible for things like that to happen. So
Thank you.
she
Amen.
said she heard a man's voice tell her. She very well may have. It's like when people say to me, I heard, God spoke to me, or I heard this. I've had an encounter. So I don't tell anybody that they didn't hear, see, or think what they thought they heard. I don't know what you heard. I was not there. I don't know who God is speaking to. I can't tell you any of that. But on the similar token, when this woman says that, I'm not going to disbelieve her automatically either. And just because she, to me, is clearly psychotic does not make that not true. And for me, if you go look at a lot of these school shootings, these mass killings, you see the presence of these medications. Often, if not always, we can't say always, because we're not always, that information is not always reported, but often the presence of these types of medications is there. At some point, somebody is going to have to take the pharmaceutical companies to task and ask them,
Thank you.
what is it that you know that these medications do? And I'm not of the belief that these people are so godly that they're not trying to mix up a concoction that might be able to.
Absolutely right, man.
Go ahead, Crystal.
So there's so many different ways I could go with this. The people that started off with the postpartum depression, I have postpartum depression. I know exactly what that feels like. And thank God for my mother. Thank God. Let me start off in the correct order. Thank God for God. Thank God for my sister. Thank God for my mother and my grandmother and them that were a system for me. Because I do remember sitting there, putting my son in the ground as he was a baby and crying excessively, feeling like I'm the worst parent. I'm having these mood swings. I couldn't understand what was going on with me, but I had family and I had people that supported me. Why am I saying that? Because postpartum depression, yes, that's a real thing. It's a very real thing. Just like perimenopause is a very real thing. Menopause is a very real thing. The hormones is crazy. But you have to be like, I don't trust doctors. I'm going to give y'all a perfect example. I am, y'all know, I'm a ripe age of 46 now. I'm a mature age of 46, and perimenopause came creeping up on your girl. I'm like, what is this? Why am I? Oh, I keep a fan sitting next to me because it's always hot. I will go to bed and I'm tired and my eyes is wide open and I'm freaking out because I can't sleep. Some days I'll even say to Brother Wise, I'll call him. I'm like, I'm sorry, I was a little off today because I just wasn't like my mood sometimes will go back and forth. So I go to my doctor and I tell her all of this. And my doctor, she prescribes me medication. And first she prescribes me one thing. She says, but we're going to wait till the blood work comes back to make sure that you are in perimenopause. I was like, I can't have all the symptoms and I'm not in perimenopause. Like, I can't have all the symptoms. Well, it comes back and she said, well, it doesn't show. I said, ma'am, but whatever. So she says, I'm going to call in an alternative for you. I said, okay. She calls in this alternative, and the alternative, let's just say the alternative starts with the WELL. I'm not going to say the whole medication, but it's WELL. B, and you figure out the rest. And I am so, because I don't trust doctors, I am so anal about these things. I put the name of that medicine inside of ChatGPT immediately. I'm like, what is this? I do that with everything now. I was like, what is this? And it says it was a anti-anxiety medication and so on and so forth. I was like, I have hot flashes. Why am I getting anti-anxiety medication? I don't understand. I wrote my doctor. I said, this doesn't even make sense. I called someone that I'm very close to, 2 people. And the first one was like, don't you dare take that, because people who have taken that, they went from being normal, they have mood swings here and there, to them having self-deleting ideations all of a sudden.
Thank you, sis. Thank you.
And I was like, but this is exactly why this is like maybe the second or third time I've had doctors try to put me on anti-anxiety. I was like, but I'm not anxious. I'm normal. I'm very happy. I'm very, I'm very leveled, well-rounded. I'm not sitting here. I don't have anxiety. I don't have all these. Why do y'all keep trying to give me these medications? Y'all always hear me talking about I'm big my back. I say I'm big my back, not because about eating. Years ago, I kept seeing, and this is why I'm so anal about doctors, and I'm touching on what Celeste and Miko were talking about. I'm so anal about doctors because when I trusted doctors, I kept seeing a marker that kept showing like it was an alert. At that time, I didn't pay attention to it. I was just like, I would go to my doctor and say, what does this mean? And they're like, it's nothing to be concerned about. I was like, okay. Come back again a few years later. I was like, it keeps going up. Is this something I should be concerned about? They're like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It keeps going. It keeps going. Next thing you know, I end up in the hospital to find out that they diagnosed me with psoriatic arthritis, insulin resistance, and all other types of things. So I have so much inflammation in my body. It is hard for me to do anything with the amount of inflammation in my body. The doctors never warned me about this. They're at the point now, well, now we could treat it. So let me find this medication for you, this medication for you, this medication for you, this medication for you. Y'all, stop trusting these doctors. Stop trusting these doctors, because I don't know if they really, not that I don't know, there are some good doctors out there. So I'm not gonna disparage all doctors, but it is your job to sit down here and they give you medications. I'm researching everything. When I get my blood panels back, I'm researching everything. I need to know for myself, because I don't trust y'all. Y'all just gonna give me everything, because this is the third time y'all try to give me anti-anxiety medication. And thank God the Holy Spirit always checks me. Don't touch that. Don't take it. Don't go near that. And so I stay away from that. This woman, from the cocktail that they were talking about, it makes sense that she went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but that doesn't mean that there shouldn't be justice. And that's the key. There should be justice. And that's the problem with a lot of liberals. They don't want any kind of accountability. It's real interesting that y'all want to make an excuse for her, but y'all were crucifying Casey Anthony. If I remember clearly, y'all were crucifying her. And if we're saying, well, mothers are, sometimes it's just this, and we all go through this, and I could be her, and I could be Lindsay, y'all could have been Casey too, if that's the case. But y'all, this is the thing, y'all pick and choose what you want to pick. Casey Anthony, wasn't she like a single mom and so on and so forth out in these streets?
But Casey Anthony had a variable.
Exactly.
It was the variable. The variable is they didn't see themselves in her, because remember, everyone focused on the fact that she was a nice looking woman and all this other stuff. They were like, no. So see, when you get into liberals, there's another variable there. It's who they like. It's who they can identify with and use as a poster child.
And that is because as I was sitting here thinking about this and going over this, y'all pick and choose, and that's the problem. It's either it's the same thing across the board or it's not. But don't sit down here just because you can. This woman, she fits your narrative, but Casey Anthony didn't. So y'all wanted to crucify Casey Anthony. This woman still took the life of her three children. And she admitted it. And this is why we get back to Isaiah 5:20. Woe to those that call good evil and evil good, because that's literally what y'all are doing. Y'all are trying to say, no, she should get off. No, she should be free. Why? She took the lives of her children, regardless of whatever. She took their lives. So justice has to happen for what she did. And now that y'all trying to run and dump everything on the husband, stop it. Y'all sound crazy. Y'all absolutely sound crazy. And this is why you can't take y'all seriously. This is all about that Molech Baal type of thing. Y'all just want to sacrifice children at all costs. Y'all don't care how, when, where, why, who, and you celebrate who does it. And that's the problem with y'all. Y'all need to get it together. Y'all need to get Jesus in your life, because y'all are very scary and very concerning. But as I said before, white liberal women are some of the most dangerous people on this planet.
Just quick question, Mika, are you saying that they have a problem with women who are pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Absolutely.
If I could.
Absolutely, Celeste. They have a problem with women that are pretty, even if they're liberal, right? They'll try to support it, but don't let them be appealing to men. Because I don't know what we might get into today, but just look at Trump's assistant right now. That woman has said absolutely nothing to nobody and no one, never disrespected anybody. Anytime she's ever spoken, it's been eloquent and nice. It's only because, of course, she's attached to Orange Man Bad, but two, she's gorgeous. Because had she been, not as pretty, such as what's that lady name with Bill Clinton? I can't forget. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on her name, but the one that Bill Clinton slept with.
Monica Lewinsky.
Yes, Monica. Yeah. Had she and mind you, I'm
he
not
did
calling
not have
Monica
sexual
ugly,
relations with
but
that woman.
correct. He didn't. Absolutely, he had something else. But had she looked like Monica, what they deem, that men would not find as desirable, right? Had she looked like that, which is what this lady kind of does, the everyday woman, then they find it more appealing to go, up for them. But even if the woman is being wrong, if she's attractive, oh, it's a badge of honor to get at the woman that they absolutely hated all their lives.
Yep.
I've seen this time and time and time again. Trust and believe it.
I mean, liberal and conservative, but even that this is why they were going after Carolyn Levitt because she's so pretty. Alina Habba because she's so pretty.
And
All of them.
dare she be a pretty woman that wants to have a family? Oh my gosh, you're a pretty pick me too. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
I mean, they talked about her bad. Like, you're gonna leave that job to go and take care of your family? Like,
How dare you want to sit at home with kids? Are you mad?
They're small too. There's young children.
No,
right.
Crystal, you are right when you say liberal white women, but I gotta keep just adding, it's just liberal women, because there was a plethora of clips that I found of Black women supporting this foolishness as well. Obviously, there's a plethora of clips that you'll find out there of Black women saying that it's okay for you to, have third trimester pregnancy terminations. It's okay. So I think it's just liberal women in general. It doesn't matter how much or how little melanin they have. They're all in this feminist demonic mind state. They all have it. It doesn't matter. And even those that will come out and they might call themselves Christians or whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. They're all on board with all of this. I want to go a different direction though. This young lady was committed already to a psych ward. And she checked herself out, or somebody checked her out, maybe her husband, whoever, allowed her to come back home for her kid's fifth birthday. As the man, if you know your wife is crazy,
thank you, Wise,
and she's already told you that she's had these types of thoughts, or at least she has told someone in her family, which I would assume they would have told you, she has these types of thoughts about her kids. Don't you leave your kids with that lady. I don't care if she is their mother.
Lock them up.
Leave your kid. You do not dip out and leave your kids with this woman.
Thank you.
By herself, after she has already said,
thank you,
I have these types of thoughts,
right?
And I'm thinking about doing these things. You rolling the dice, bro. So some of this, granted fact, I do think this young lady, I think she's wrong. I think she should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, however they see fit. But the man, the husband, the father, like, bruh, what are you doing?
Why is not just her husband, but the medical people who knew that she was having problems? They should have made it mandatory that they should have made it mandatory, so everybody's accountable for that.
Or made it. What do you call it? Where someone goes with you, because they have fathers who are paying child support have to have assisted, visits with their children.
That too. You can be around your children,
so a crazy
but there
person
has
doesn't
to be,
have to have
you can't
one.
be around your children by yourself. You are right. They have those what they call them
supervised visits.
Supervised visits. There you go.
I was struggling. That word was
I'm thinking coordinated, but you're right. Supervised visits. In that situation, she should not be left unsupervised with the children. That should have been mandated by a court, CPS, somebody. So there's some people that dropped the ball. I'm gonna say the husband definitely dropped the ball, because when you know, one, that she has already been committed for having these types of thoughts.
Yeah.
She's out now for whatever reason. And then you decide that it's okay for you to just leave her with the kids unsupervised, no one around, not another parent, not a grandparent, not a nanny, nothing. No,
But that's the whole thing on the women, the whole unaccountability thing. Like everybody plays a part in that. And that's what I was getting to earlier.
I also think that there's, like Sister Celeste and Sister Crystal was bringing out, there's a massive responsibility of accountability for the medical industry that are pumping these drugs in people, and they're not honest about the effects of those drugs. There's a lot of that going on. I remember I was seeing reports about the weight loss injections that were causing people to want to kill to unalive themselves. There's a lot of money, and when you have a lot of money in an industry like that, they do everything they can to protect themselves from the consequences of the effects of those drugs, because it's big money. And we've seen this with cigarettes, we've seen this with COVID. I mean, we as a society have got to stop letting these people get away with this stuff. And I'm not talking about go out there shooting people in the head and in the back and all that stuff, but I'm saying that we need to start forcing the hand of the government to do better watchdog in these industries that are producing these drugs and stuff, and experimenting on people and getting paid big time for it, and no one's being accountable for what's happening. We see Fauci is still free after all the things that he did that he knew he was doing wrong. So my point is that we as a society have a role to play in forcing the government's hand on this stuff. I mean, and stop letting these people who are making crazy money off of drugs and using people as, you know, as fodder. It's horrible that we're at this point in our society. But again, getting back to these liberals, they are also a part of this problem. When you have people who are so willing to be stupid and to allow themselves to be used as human tools to promote craziness in our society. We have to take this seriously, because these people can be, you imagine if somebody had the intuition enough to galvanize them and to transform them not only into verbal nuisances, but to transform them into violent nuisances. Can you imagine an army? If someone can control, we got to wake up and start snipping this in the bud before these people, somebody figures out a way to galvanize them and start utilizing them in a physical manner. That's all I'm saying. I dread that day.
Go ahead, 18.
I wanted to, y'all did a great job talking about the morality, the medicine, the lady herself. I want to go back to the videos that you showed, because I heard something that caught my ear. That young lady said, not the common sense one, but the other one, quote, "It will never make me believe that she did it, even if there's a guilty verdict." And then she said, "It's proof of injustice in a corrupt system." And she said it again, "Nothing will ever change my mind." This is what happens whenever you don't have a morality system in your nation. When everyone has their own decision on whether or not it's right or wrong, we don't go off of the law. Like in this case, she made it very clear, I don't care about the law if I believe it's another way. This applies to faith. It applies to everything we discuss. And so we wonder, like, why is it that we keep arguing with liberals? I assure you 2 + 2 does equal 4. I can prove that it equals 4. Why are they still arguing with me? It's because they don't have a morality system that is standard across everywhere. It used to be the Constitution. They don't even follow that anymore. And so I look at this and this mentality of heads I win, tails the game is rigged. No accountability, to Mika's point down then to what you all are talking about. It's the same reason why we saw in Carmelo Anthony, even with an abundance of evidence, there are thousands of individuals out there like, no, free him, let him go. And it begs the question, what could I show you that would make you change your mind? Well, there isn't anything. Same thing for Nolan Wells. Hey, the second that boy was unalive, has to be racism. No questions asked. And those same individuals have still not acquiesced, despite the fact that there's nothing that's come out to support that. It goes all the way back to Trump and people calling him an illegitimate president. So what this is called is an unfalsifiable belief, or immunizing the claim. So they have this position, right, that they've made it impossible, even though you could, impossible to disprove in their mind. So any contradictory outcome, the guilty verdict, the evidence, or whatever it may be, immediately it's reinterpreted as proof that the system is corrupt or there's something wrong. It's this classic motivated reasoning, because they're really motivated. We talk about this all the time. Highly motivated, and belief perseverance, which says no matter what, this is the case. And they used to make fun of people on the right and call it a conspiracy whenever that was happening. But now that they have the exact same behavior, it's justified. How dare you? You should be ashamed. How do you even have a conversation with a grown adult who is incapable of using any kind of reasoning to challenge their own beliefs? This is emotional sensitivity. People don't like being wrong. That's perfectly natural. It triggers the same part of your brain that has to do with pain responses. So I get that. I expect it out of a child. I expect a child to be upset whenever they're wrong about something. No, grass is not actually cotton candy, and dogs can't actually fly. But for an adult, if I bring you a preponderance of evidence, or if you live in a nation where you can say the legal system can do things that if I don't agree with it, no matter what, I'm never going to acquiesce, you don't belong in this country then. Go find a different country that does have a legal system where no matter what they do, you will always agree with it. And then when you realize that doesn't exist in the world, come on back and grow up and be an American.
Hey man, that's a great point that you made, brother AT, and that was what I'm talking about. This kind of irrational fanaticism,
yes,
it's dangerous, and you see it in Islam, but that's control and that's directing. You see what that's happening right now. You see how they when they're intelligently controlled, they go into countries, they infiltrate, they pretend to be kind, and before you know it, they get a milk dearborn. You know, this is not something to be taken lightly because demons are real and they are very strategic, and they love people who are easily controllable. So as Christians, our prayers have to be on point, and we have to be more vocal and more active in countering this kind of stuff, because that's why programs like this are so important, because a lot of this is not being talked about in other places. But it is a serious problem. I thank you for this program, Brother Wise.
Minister Danzel, deeper into that, and I apologize, Waz, I'll be quick on this one. The same individuals who were screaming that, the systematic oppression, we're slaves in 2026, you realize that you're the most easily manipulated group of individuals in this country.
Come on.
You are the one that's a slave to the mentality that you have. If I were to sit here and tell you, hey, would you ever be comfortable with the government saying that you have to do this no matter what it is and that you have to support it, and if not, you're a traitor? Like, no, of course not. But then for every single one of these situations out here, if we try to have a normal conversation, you get emotional. And if we agree with you, we're only considered doing what it is that we're supposed to do. When you have any kind of belief that can't be challenged, you have a very weak belief. And if you get emotional every time someone does, oh my gosh, you voted for Trump, you must be a terrorist. You're not emotionally mature enough to have that conversation, because you're essentially saying, if everyone doesn't agree with me, they're a bad person. Imagine how ridiculous that is.
And that's why I wear this hat.
Come on,
right?
sis.
Not because I think Donald Trump is right about everything. I don't think anybody's right about everything.
That's right.
But it triggers that thought process. Well, what is he right about? Right? They will literally ask me when I only wear this hat if I'm not going to eat. Okay.
Because they're gonna mess up your food if you absolutely do that.
Yeah.
So Mika,
food ain't gonna be right.
They love talking about the red hat, and they're like, "Oh, this is a hate symbol." But honestly, it kind of lets me know who you are when you walk up to me as well, and it kind of like pushes away the crazy ones. Like, don't talk to him; he's a bad person. Yep, keep on going. Absolutely. So I wholeheartedly agree.
Good point, sis.
We'll read some super chats and keep it moving. All right.
Help us, Jesus.
Shout out to Captain Caveman coming through with the $2 super chat.
Hey, Captain, where you been?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Captain.
Good morning. Look at that. Crystal had to make sure she gave her cap.
I wasn't going to say nothing either. Y'all notice that she don't do that for chat, right? But she made sure he had his good morning directly from her, too.
Y'all may as well make it official.
Shout out to Tam G coming through. $2 super chat.
Y'all are all my family, so I have y'all's back.
Appreciate you, Tam G. Shout out to Jacob Lopez coming through with the 2 jewels. We appreciate your support. Jim in the building. Shout out to you. $2 super chat.
This is why liberal women should be avoided.
Yes, like the plague. Like the plague. But actually, and they are being avoided. I mean, think about this.
Not by each other.
If you look online, and every time someone talks about one of those singles events or something along those lines, it's always full of liberal women. Men don't show up to those things. So men are avoiding these types of women. They are avoiding it. They're like, nah, I ain't wasting my time. Nope.
Yeah, true.
Shout out to Kiwan Lynette with the $5 super chat.
Don't they care about her children? Also, if she was unattractive, do you all think she'd get the same support? And shout out to Mika's hat.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And no, she wouldn't get the same support. Doesn't matter. They'd be like, oh, she got it.
What's really weird is there are women out there with their children caping for this. It's.
You know what's crazy? I just saw a line that a mother, I don't know where she was. I know she's illegal. She was burning candles and burning wax on her children.
I just saw that earlier today.
And I want to see if they're going to be running for and supporting her.
She also committed arson too. She set her house on fire.
So I want to see if they're going to be. I want to see if that same tribal group of feminists is going to run and support her in that foolishness too. these women, I'm telling you,
it's a sickness.
That's
They
a
probably
spirit.
would. She has a
That's
double.
spirit.
She got a double, a triple double.
Yeah.
She's illegal. She's a woman, and women, and then the spiral down. That she has this problem, this problem, this problem, triple double. Yeah.
Crystal, the only problem with that is that they're going to pretend like they don't know about it. Everyone expects you to be on their cause. Like the lady said in the video, if you are someone who is supporting this or not talking about this, that's what she said. That's a bold thing to say. Hey, Wise, did you know if you're not talking about the curtain shade that I have in my living room, that makes you a horrible person? People have lives. You understand this? We don't have time to hop on every single cause that's out there. But because it's important to them, that's the only thing that matters in the world, and you're a bad person not for it. And you're right, Crystal. We went over that video yesterday on the live show. That was insane. I had to give a disclaimer about child abuse about to be shown in front of people. And again, the right place at the right time, I suppose. In the wrong town, you do that, she don't make it to trial, right? In the wrong kind of neighborhood, they're not even discussing that. But this is not going to come up because it doesn't support their agenda.
Right. I told y'all you had to watch Massachusetts, right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
And the
just
crazy,
keep watching. That's it.
The crazy thing in Massachusetts, I guess it infected New Jersey because now you're not supposed to pray anywhere near an abortion clinic.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard that. I was gonna talk
happening.
about that, but I couldn't find enough information on it to like really put something together. But yeah, they just Mikey Sherrill or Mikey Sherrill. Is that how she say it right?
Yeah, Mikey.
I think it's Mikey Sherrill. Yeah, she just signed a new bill into law that would essentially make it illegal for you to, pray outside of a pregnancy termination centers and so forth and so on. So.
They were doing that in California.
And we need to stand against that mess because see, that's the prelude to some worse stuff. If they can tell you can't pray, man, we better wake. Christians better wake up.
And we
with
need
the black lady, for some reason, the black non-black lady that is Kamala, they allow her to throw black women in jail and then throw a black woman that was just praying, literally just praying.
Can't let them get away with
at the end
that.
of the day, and took her from her newborn baby. The irony, but
Can't let them
took
get away
her
with
from her
that.
newborn baby.
So if you look in London, they didn't necessarily even have prayer. So now I want to know what the legal definition of prayer is. They just said somebody was sitting quietly thinking.
Yes.
No, you can't think
person.
And they threw them in jail.
Yeah.
So,
well, in England, they have what
does
they call
prayer mean?
safe. I think it's called safe zones or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And even if your house falls within one of these areas, if you are praying, holding a Bible study, or anything along those lines and areas, you can be arrested.
I thought you were about to say it was a safe zone where you are supposed to go pray at. But you're saying that if you do this in that spot, you can be arrested. That's the only place I'd pray at.
Even if you are in your home and your home falls within this area,
you can come into my house and come get me.
Yes.
I love when people say that too. We get rid of that. I love that. I'm gonna point them to that example right there. Because if someone walks into this right here and says, "At, you got to stop praying," they're not walking out of the house. But if you can actually do that in a different country, that's a huge problem.
I'm telling you.
You know how they got those school zones.
Yep.
It's always something that seems good. So they,
that's the game.
Violence and all this has, carried enhanced fines if it happened in a school zone. They just X out what they call a school zone. That's how it's the same.
And that's why I keep telling people, stop putting everything with the children. When they want to do something with the degenerate, they put it with the children. Like the trans stuff, everything is with the children. But they've been doing that even to the point where I forget the story, but they did it with some monks. See, I think what they don't want is they don't want any type of positive energy, right? A lot of people, and a lot of people don't go, don't get into this, but they don't understand. A lot of people don't understand the frequencies and things like that when it comes to what you're listening to, how you feel, how you vibrate. Those things are very real. Now, some people take it too far and add other stuff to it, but those things exist. Your radio has a frequency. These phones have a frequency. Everything has a frequency.
And so does your
Wi-Fi,
body.
all of that. So it absolutely affects you. And so when you look at it, when people get together and hold hands, just that positive energy alone and their thoughts and their, all of that, they don't want any of that. That's why they got rid of a lot of stuff they used to do in school with children. Right. They got rid of a lot of that because you get more connected. You start to pass on a lot more positive energy to one another. They want everybody to be so separate and individualistic.
What did you say they did to me? You said they did this to the monks?
Yeah, they did it to the monks. So I
I'm
forget what
okay. What they do to me? I missed that.
Oh. I
Thank
can't.
you to Satan's enemy with the $5
Good point,
super chat.
sis.
They call it healthcare when it really, in reality, it's sick care. There's no money made in healing people. I
is the
always say
truth.
that.
That's right. And
Faith
this is a
M.
racket, man. They better take it
is.
seriously.
Yeah. Faith M with the $5 super chat.
Crystal, I've been there. MIDI Health have awesome clinicians, women-based. They can help you with natural supplements for that. Thank you, Faith. I'll check that out.
Amen.
Shout out to Tam G coming through, $20 super chat.
Crystal, I didn't have postpartum depression, but a doc put me on a depression med, and it made me mean with everyone, especially kids. That's when I took myself off of it myself. So I know that what you're talking about.
You know, lock some of them doctors up.
Thank you to Faith M for the $5 super chat.
Also, look up Black Girl Vitamins. Yeah, we've been checking that out. Thank you, Faith. It worked wonders for me, and it's vegan for all other sisters dealing with this as well.
Yeah, they're very
that
good.
kind of
I
information
actually
need to be
did
out.
I actually did a sponsorship with them. And they sent me like a lot of vegan vitamins, and I was telling them I will buy this stuff on my own. Like, it was actually very, very good. So
People
But you
swear
know,
by them. I have some
Yep.
friends that are using them and they swear by them.
Yeah.
Y'all, maybe you also put a section on your blogs and your social media information like that, because there are a lot of people that don't know about it. A lot of people that are still trusting these nutcases that are messing their lives up. Because those drugs are really literally messing people's lives up,
Yeah.
messing families up. So having that information available on your social media might help people. They may look at it and say, "Hey, let me try it." Information
That's
is
why
very
I'm
important.
grateful for RFK, because at
Yeah.
least
At least he's
he's not
concerned.
telling people not to, if you like this, okay, cool. But there's so much outside of the regular box of,
That's right. That's
just
right.
chemical medication that you can do to
Amen.
help.
And the
Amen.
first thing, can I say this? Part of the reason this is such an issue is because when you can't sleep, because 5 times a night you have to wake up because you're too hot and too cold and all of that, but you have to get up and go to work the next day. To me, this was part of the reason that it was good for women not to work, because there are too many hormonal changes that go on. To me, that actually can affect the productivity.
Especially stressful jobs.
Well, the
Yes.
other thing, I mean, do you also think that it's increased because women are going to work and they're working
Correct.
these
Yes.
9,
Wise.
8,
Yes.
9, 10-hour days?
Well, I think
Yes.
that, plus I think I think the stress of that doesn't help. But I also think if you start with this chemical, that when you're young and they get you on this birth control, so that's hormonally rejiggering you in
Yep.
some ways.
Yep.
And a lot of things are, I shouldn't say they're not reported, but they have not been confirmed. But there are people reporting that there are real detriments to that. Then you go through the normal hormonal fluctuations of up and down of, actually, if you're lucky enough to actually have the children, then you go through the stress of raising them, apparently, while you're trying to work. And then once you get into your kids are probably teenage years or moving into their early 20s, when they finally have settled down and your responsibilities have settled down, now comes the perimenopause. I just don't see at any time where it'd be convenient for me to go in.
But that's what they do to women.
Too rough, okay.
And when you try to tell women this, Celeste, you're totally right. And when you try to tell women this, they think you're trying to send me back to the 50s. No, I'm trying to get you to be healthy. I make jokes about like not working and not having wrinkles. That's the superficial, right? But the reason why I harp on that the most is because when women, again, we're not built like men. So when we're sitting there stressing, our stress comes in a different way. Now we got cortisol. Now we got the inflammation that Crystal was talking about. I mean, you got so much that goes into that. And then when you add in this case, right, the family structure, right, because we used to have mom, grandma, this and that. When I had my daughter, my mother would come in and take her so I can go to sleep. Because you just had a baby, your body's swollen, this, that, and the third. Like you feel like a train wreck. And most women don't have that. They have to go stick their kid in daycare
immediately in daycare and go right back to work after a couple of weeks.
Yes. And and the reason why I stress this is because it's affecting women, and women are so only focused on competing with men that they're not focused on how it's affecting them.
Yeah. And Mika, women are not only different from men, but women are unique individuals, and drugs don't always affect each of them the same way. And the medical industry don't care about that. They just care about making a buck. And people's internal operating systems are being screwed up by all kind of things that they're being trusting in, and they don't realize it. And that's sad. I think going to that, learning how to be natural and use natural substances and stuff is very important. I don't think they spend enough time learning that.
And you know what? It's okay to suffer. So you can wake up 5 times at night and sweat and cool off if you don't have to be at work at a certain time.
True.
You can actually, like our grandmothers used to do. They can bear it.
They survive.
People have to have medication is because they have responsibilities on the following 10 to 12 hours of their day. You remove that pressure, you can do it without the medication.
Yeah.
All you ladies want, I see y'all in the chat. Y'all want me, Mika, and Celeste to do a women's show? We got y'all.
Come on.
Oh, that's dope.
Come on.
On that.
Yeah,
yes.
that would be dope.
I'm seeing
Shout
the
out to
comments.
Keywan
I got
Lynette.
y'all.
Just don't leave us.
We're not leaving you. We're not
going nowhere. We're not going nowhere, D.
No, we're just gonna do a
All right. All right.
Y'all ain't messing with y'all.
All right.
Keywan Lynette for the $5 super chat.
Tucker Carlson might be trashed now, true, but approximately 2 years ago, he did a remarkable and informative interview with a pharmacy lobbyist on Cali and KC. Yes, I remember that.
Yes.
Same with Alex. He might be trash now, but he's been talking about how these pharmaceuticals affect not only us, the animals too.
That's right.
Thank you, Spaces, for the $10 super chat.
My name is Duffelbag Spaces, and I identify as a stop sign. My pronouns are red and hexagon. I'm in college majoring in stoplight colors and minor in mailbox studies. I have web feet and can fly. Listen, I was literally thinking, what's so interesting is they will say there's mental health when it comes to this situation, but when you say the Decepticons and Autobots have mental health issues, they're like,
you're hateful.
That's
not true. You hateful, mean person.
Thank you to Jeff for coming through with the $11 super chat.
These are the same type of people who stood at the foot of the cross and cheered, "The Prince of Darkness has dominion over the earth." These are his followers.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you to Darnese Harrison Speaks coming through with the $10 super chat.
Easier said than done. You touched me with this one, my dear sister. Easier said than done. My niece was bipolar, married with 5 children, and didn't have custody due to her illness. Husband didn't take it serious, and she deleted herself this past September. My condolences go out to you. And this is why I said there's a portion. That's why I was very adamant in saying I had a system. I had people who were who were there for me and understood, and they supported. My dad supported me. My aunts and they all supported me. Yes. They saw what I was going through, and you have to take it seriously. It's not a joke. Like Celeste was just saying, them hot flashes, the big mamas could have handled it because they were able to rest. Not being able to sleep every night. Someone was there. So again, you need people to be in your corner when you're going through these things.
Amen. Amen.
Shout out to Uncle Darnell coming through. Been a member for 5 months.
Integrity and accountability down, victimhood up.
Yes. Tam G with the $10 super chat.
They gave me the meds because I was in a bad relationship, and the doc also thought depression was causing me not to have kids, but it was just my body that couldn't have kids. PCOS causes depression, doc. True.
Thank you to Jen Boss for the 30 joules.
Doctors.
Appreciate you, Jen. Shout out to Eric Romine coming through, $2 super chat.
AT, they say the American flag is hateful.
They sure do. Won't leave, but they still say that.
Yeah. Don't Still Rails, $5 super chat.
Proverbs 14:12. I'm sure AT's going to pull that up.
Thank you to Pete Walcott for coming through with the $5 super chat.
I think we're all crazy. Laugh out loud. Good morning, y'all.
He said we're all crazy.
Shout out to Tam.
I beg your pardon.
They put a woman that survived the holo for praying in her head as well. praying in your head is against the law. They did say that because
that's because they got stuff. That's why I keep telling people to pay attention to the frequency stuff, because have you ever thought, I know most people don't pay attention to it, but have you ever thought something and then look down at your phone and it's on there?
Yeah.
It's happening.
Shout out to
I'm
Roxanne.
feeling you on that.
Thank you, Roxanne, for being a member for 4 months. Said healthcare has become bio business. Shout out to Uncle Darnell with the $5 super chat.
As far as doctors, they rarely know exactly what they're doing. That's why they call it practicing medicine. Look to God for guidance. Uncle Darnell, you are so right. I just found a book online that is God's medicine, and it breaks down everything biblically that's natural the Lord gave us to help us deal with things like clove and turmeric and all those different things, so you don't have to be depending on that.
Thank you, Jeff. It's not your fault. Allen Recovery Channel, $11 super chat.
Joke of the day: what do you call 5 white guys sitting on a bench? Answer: the NBA.
I don't know. Y'all been drafting a lot of people from Europe now.
Hey, well, not just Europe though.
It's a 3-point league now. Of course they
Cooper,
are.
What's his name? Cooper, that just got drafted. I think he was the number 1 overall pick. You know, he's from New Hampshire or something like that. So
Isn't the Lakers about to have an all-white starter?
Yeah, they're starting. Their starting
Oh,
five
their
is
starting
all
line
white.
is going to be
Yeah.
all
Really?
white.
Yeah.
That's right, Jeff. You can sit right behind them.
Shout out to Philly Bob coming through. Been a member for 3 months.
The issue with Tucker is his loyalty resides in who's winning. Tucker is fighting for survival, not what's right. He's lukewarm, a flip-flopper. You know, when that demon that he said entered him, it makes sense, though. That's why.
All righty. Well, we'll be right back with Ask Me Anything.
Come on.
Ask me anything. Hi, and welcome back to Ask Me Anything. Today's Ask Me Anything is inspired by a mother who went viral earlier this week after posting a video of herself driving her children to school while listening to Pooh Shiesty with her children not wearing seatbelts. This is generally an exciting time of year for many children. School is back in session, a time to make friends, develop social skills, learn to read and write, and most importantly, learn how to think. We are seeing countless back to school videos that should be inspiring to us about the future of our children. But instead of seeing children being prepared to march proudly into a bright future, we are seeing parents encouraging their children to embrace behavior that undermines their future. The late great economist Walter Williams said there are 4 things that must happen for education to take place. Someone must make the child up, someone must put the child to bed, someone must make the child do their homework, and someone must make the child mind the teacher. Williams understood that city governments, elected officials, social workers, and even teachers cannot do these things. Only parents can create the environment that prepares a child to learn. When that foundation is missing, education becomes extremely difficult, extraordinarily difficult. Simply put, you cannot teach an unparented child. On this channel, we have discussed on many occasions the growing number of children who cannot read, and yet are promoted from one grade to the next without achieving academic competency. This is not just a problem for those children or their parents. It is a problem for all of us. As a society, we are going to have to confront some difficult truths. No amount of quality education, after school programs, school lunches, or enrichment programs can completely overcome the values, behaviors, and expectations being taught at homes. Schools can educate children. They cannot replace parents. A society cannot clean up the mess parents refuse to stop making. This has been Ask Me Anything. Please write to me at askmeanything4547@gmail.com, and I'll see you next week.
I'm a poor person. Of course I carried before I married.
My name's Haley.
My name's Matthew, and we're pregnant. What did he say?
I'm a poor person. Of course I went to college. I'm a poor person. Of course I buy depreciating assets.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm a poor person. Of course I'm getting divorced. I'm officially divorced. I'm a poor person. Of course I don't raise my kids in the home with their father.
You are not.
I'm a poor person. Of course I don't restrain myself sexually. Duh.
And he'd be like, damn, I wish I had some head. I'd be like, yo, bro, I got you.
I'm a poor person. Of course I won't read The Ass Backwards Way to Move Forward.
Alrighty, welcome back. All right.
Go on, girl.
You had to go there, didn't you? You had to go there, didn't you? You're gonna be next on that young lady's hit list. Yeah, you're gonna be next.
We got your back.
We got your back though. She's gonna be calling you out. Yeah. She went in on a couple of women.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch the show one time.
She said she's somebody's children, and you don't mess with her children. Okay.
I'm gonna have my cane Corso sitting right beside me like this.
Yo, what?
Exactly. Enough said. Don't come by here.
I'm surprised you can handle that big dog.
That's what I
German
can't.
Shepherd.
That's what I'm gonna tell him.
She'll say, come on, make my day.
My family used to have a shepherd, so I love shepherds.
Me too.
And that's a smart dog.
And they are very protective.
Smart.
She's very smart. She's just so big, and she thinks she's a little puppy. That's why I'm like, Cane Corso, that's out of my league.
They're big too. The Connies are good, but they're good dogs though, man.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah.
They're like the ultimate protectors.
Thank you, Celeste.
Wise, do you want to get a Cane Corso? I feel like you want to get one.
Honestly, I was going to. I was going to it, but our old house, it just wasn't big enough for a Cane Corso. It's just.
But you're good to go now, right?
I can see why.
Now I can, yeah. Now I could.
I can see you with it. You're tall. You get the big dog.
I put him with a Doberman Pinscher personally.
Nah, I'm not a Doberman fan. I don't like Doberman.
Really?
But I do think
like the look of them.
I do think we should keep calling these women and this behavior out.
That's right.
And force them to answer for it, because you can start to see they're starting to feel a little bit of shame.
That's what they need to feel.
They're not. They live in a bubble where all that behavior is okay.
Yep.
What they're finding out is the rest of the world is looking at you, and guess what? We have some thoughts about what you.
Amen. And we gonna tell you.
That's right. I think keep it up,
the other
y'all.
thing too is that you at this point now you have a lot of men that are just saying, you know what, I'm good. No, thank you.
And they should.
And you're starting to see more and more of that. And that's a lot of the reason why you got a lot of these women. They can come out here and talk about they don't want a man, don't want a husband. They said that they always at the singles events.
That's right.
Every time there's a singles events, that thing is jammed.
Let me say this: we will have. God will have a significant victory when men say, and not only are we not coming to the events, we also will not procreate with you in secret.
But you know what, though, Celeste,
it's not going to happen though. That's the problem. These weak men don't care.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that. You know,
you think men are going to be able to say no?
Yes. Well, not only do I think that men are going to be able to say no, they are saying no. AT, most men don't have children.
That's getting married. That's having children. For every single guy out there that's saying no, how many of these little skinny, tight jeans wearing men who are drinking their soy latte, their kale smoothie?
Now, listen to me. Most men do not have children. There is a small percentage of men that have children that are married. Most of the men that have the illegitimate or out of wedlock children, they're having all of the kids, and that's a small percentage. The women are actually sleeping with the small percentage of men that are undisciplined. That's just
Sad.
what
You know what?
that's
Then
what the
God
data
will get a
says.
great victory as soon as women learn how to. Remember, they used to have you sit. Would you put a quarter in between your knees and the quarter didn't drop? Let's go back to the quarter training, okay? I'm
You
fine.
got a lot. I mean, AT,
Let's
you
see
got a
if
lot
we
of
can make
men that are
quarter
saying
not drop.
that are saying no. They're tired of being taken advantage of when it comes to the foodie dates. They're tired of being taken advantage of. So if you look at it, most of most of the kids that are in these situations, in out of wedlock births and things of that nature, that's a small percentage of men. So a lot of the women are sleeping with the same men and having this situation.
I'm so confused by that, Brother Wise, because my
I
sister.
am too, because
I know-
OnlyFans has a record number of men who are going. Are we saying that men don't want to have
No, no.
children, or you think men don't say no to the booty? Which one are we saying?
Well, I'm just saying that they're not procreating.
Oh,
that's a
that I
completely
agree with.
different
Men don't
situation.
want kids anymore. I
They're
thought you were
they're
saying men are going to say no to having sex with women. I thought that's
No, I'm
what
not
you
saying
stopped.
that. No,
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
saying
okay.
that.
Okay.
Although I will
actually-
say this. Although I will say this. You have right now in America right now, more men are leaning conservative. I think you guys can agree with that.
Yes,
correct.
More men that are leaning conservative, and you have more men
Yes,
that
God.
would actually like to get married. They would like to find a good woman and get married.
But
You're
I
right
think
now.
most men would like to get married.
I'm trying to figure out because my sister is single, beautiful, no kids.
All right, sis.
She's running into men that have kids.
Does she
I
live
even
in
got to
Atlanta?
the point.
She
where
lives
does
in
she live?
Atlanta.
So thank you. She lives in
Atlanta's not a real
Atlanta.
place,
Even
man.
before we
Y'all
lived
got to
in
get out of that place.
But even before we lived in Atlanta, why y'all keep
Atlanta.
we
Where were
lived
you
in
before
Florida
Atlanta?
too. We lived in Florida. We lived in Florida.
Where were you at in Florida, Crystal? Were you in a rural area, or were you outside of a city somewhere?
You would have counted it a rural area, yeah.
I would have,
my
really.
thing. My thing is, if you're gonna have to date somebody outside of the culture,
So outside the United States.
Oh, that's what. Okay, yeah, that's what they're
you're gonna-
not willing to do.
Yeah, you've got to date outside of the culture. Hey, listen,
Outside
ladies,
the
on
culture.
our women's show.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what she means by that too.
What do you
Why?
mean outside the culture?
Outside of the no, I don't mean white or just white. What I mean is not liberal, and not liberal.
Oh, that's not. They're not going to do
Well, that's
that.
not happening
Celeste.
either.
If
That's
Yeah.
not. That's not
being
happening.
liberal, the men who are looking for women, you can find the women you're looking for. They're not liberal women. They're
Facts.
not heavily entrenched in liberal institutions and in
They're not going to sleep with you on the first date. They're
If
not going to.
you-
Yeah.
Dylan,
Well,
you
Celeste,
don't hold on. I just want to let Dylan know. Dylan, I did not live in Miami. I lived in Royal Palm Beach near Waxahachie. So that's the outer parts. That's not in the city. That is out there with
But that's
all
still the Miami
What was the name of it
area.
again?
That's
What's the name of
still.
Not Miami.
So-
That is not Miami.
Where is
That's
that at? Where is that at?
That is unincorporated Palm Beach. That is near. Have you ever heard of Belgrades and Pahokee out there?
What
That's
airport do you got to fly into to get there?
Palm Beach International.
Oh,
You have to go in Palm Beach. That's what I'm telling you. I didn't live in the city. I keep telling y'all. I did not
Is
live
that
in the
north? Is that south of Jacksonville?
I believe you,
That's
Crystal.
south of Jacksonville. Yeah.
it's out.
Yes,
It's
you
out.
do.
It's over. It's almost near
Yeah,
where the
you
rich
gotta look
South
for men
Beach.
that are not part
not
of
South
that
Beach, but it's
culture.
almost where the rich Palm Beach
Amen.
is.
Yeah, it's like it's near where it's near Mar-a-Lago, but further out in the, like I said, in the rural area. Like it was unincorporated Palm Beach. We had roads for horses. What are you talking about? We had roads for horses. So
Celeste, you're
how'd you turn out
absolutely
this way
spot
then?
on. No, I think if they knew, because everybody knows that at least I've never seen it. Maybe they do have it, but I've never seen a conservative meetup, right? Like a dating event for conservatives. I've never seen that. So the men already know what they're coming to see. They're coming to see boss chicks. They're coming to see chicks that, I got my own, I don't need no man. I had my house for like 10 years. You're not about to tell me nothing. You're not about to tell me anything.
And
So
what
they already know
needs
this.
to happen is conservative men who know women need to say, hey, I want you to meet a friend of mine. Or the women who, like Crystal saying about her sister. Well, I think that in small groups through your church, through those types of associations is how people can meet each other who are not, but the normal, or what we consider normal, liberal spaces and institutions, you're going to get the same old.
Thank you, Celeste. And the reality is this: over half of the men in the United States of America are single and childless. That is a fact. Over half. Men aren't just out here like that. And some of the problem could be some of y'all women, y'all are all looking for the same type of dude.
They are.
That's a lot of it. That's
a lot of the liberal women are, and granted, as a woman, yes, you do want a man that provides. That is top of your list. So you're not going to get rid of that. Just like a man, what's that coin phrase y'all like to use? The fit, feminine, and pretty, or something. I forget what it's called. Fit, feminine, and something. But yes, you want that, right? Men want something and women want something. The problem comes in when the liberal mindset goes, well, I make 250,000, which most women do not make. I don't know why they keep saying that.
Yeah,
but I make
it's not true.
250,000. He has to make this, that, and the third. Well, most men in that category are, i.e., either married or you don't even qualify, because most of the time the women that I see that make that much, they don't have time to go to the gym. They don't have time to do their hair. They don't have time to do any of that. And so you don't look like the woman that would be with the 250,000 in the
Well, they all got Ozempic now.
Can I?
I know the 250s. They're all on example.
I need to
they
point
look
out
great now, but they're about to fall apart.
I need to point out what Ginger and Juice said, because conservative women have even tried Christian dating apps, and it's full of non-believers. But y'all have to also remember. You also have to remember, when you look like me or my sister or whatever, they, especially in 2026, these men are going to assume that because you look like this, because I will make a statement on YouTube, and they're like, well, you and your race grifting people. And I'm like, I don't support race grifting, but they just look at me and say, well, she's black, so she's got to be one of them liberal people.
Yeah, everybody has that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're gonna get you got to get the assumption just due to the fact, because 9 times out of 10 they are correct.
I know, but I'm saying
I mean, come on, man.
It's harder for people like us, because people are gonna look at us and be like, oh.
So you got to put it at the top.
Well, that means that you
not
exactly.
liberal.
You really are gonna have to do your battle.
And you got to get out of Atlanta. You got to get out of Atlanta.
She doesn't want to hear it, though, Wise. She wants to be able to stay where she's at.
Gotta
Change
get out
everything
of the
and have everything
city.
work out.
You're not the only person. You're not the only person that I know that lives there in that place that has the same complaint.
Don't they have a 1 to 20 something?
It's something ridiculous. It has to be straight men too. This is Atlanta we're talking about.
Well, if you include the straight men, if you just say straight men, that number is probably like 1 to 30, 1 to 40.
Straight. Are they really straight, or are they that?
Talk to you, Mika.
Yes.
Most of the men that I've dated, I did not date them. We did not live in the same city. We did not even live in the same states, because I'm not one of those women to say I have to date somebody in my city. I've never been that woman.
So I need somebody from Kentucky.
I've dated men outside.
We told her she don't listen to us.
She don't know. I've never stopped.
Either Kentucky, the backwoods of Louisiana.
I'm gonna go get you in my RV. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to Kentucky.
I gotta come, y'all.
One of some of these countrymen in Alabama.
That's why I say we gotta go.
And I'm not talking about in Birmingham or in Mobile. No, I'm talking about these country towns. You know what I'm saying?
We're not trying to upset the captain.
Why are you telling me like I know what
you gotta go to these towns when you
That's
jump
where
off
you gotta go, Crystal.
When
you
you
gotta
jump
go
off
see
the
it.
RV, all you hear is fiddles and spoon slapping.
Hey, yo, we're not trying to upset captain.
There, and they're gonna want you to meet them. As soon as you get there, they're gonna go, have you met so and so?
Exactly.
Crystal,
you need to go to some SEC
watch your
football
children
games
and go check it out.
And go to some SEC football games, or some of the lower level football games, and go out there and tailgate, with the folks that are like really in this.
We're not trying.
How you gonna find a man for that like to pick up the cow if you don't go where they pick up the cow?
You got to go out there where they pick up the cow. You got dudes in Atlanta buying go-yard bags. You know what I'm saying? They want a bigger purse than you.
No, Mika, what I usually do, like I said, even when I've been on the dating apps, I don't lock myself into I need to only date men in Atlanta. I've spoken to men in like Tennessee and Oklahoma and all these other places. But again, some of them are like
she ain't hearing it. She's not hearing it.
And
excuse me.
Well, she's not. I'll go after Minister
D
Davis.
is speaking. Go ahead, D.
Go ahead, sir.
We're not trying to upset Captain, please. Can we table this until the event? We don't want to upset the captain.
We about to see a super chat roll right on
He's
through.
probably doing somersaults right now.
All right, he's had all this time to actually shoot his shot, and I ain't seen a bullet come across yet. Crystal, you gotta understand, on these dating apps, all the guys are seeing is here's a woman from the city of Atlanta. So you might be looking at them in all the spots, but they're not going to check on you because they're like, no man wants a city girl, right? Not if he's living out there.
Well, the other thing too is a lot of liberal women don't want a conservative man. They want the conservative attributes, but they don't want the man to actually be conservative. Meaning
we had one on the show. We had one on
the Would you say women want a traditional man, but they don't want to be a traditional woman? Would you say that?
Well, not only that, they want a traditional man. They don't want to be traditional women, but they don't want you to think in a traditional way.
That's right.
That's right.
Because in woman logic, I keep telling you I don't care about this feminism. The natural is going to kick in, and you're going to be like, no, I want him to be a man. And you're not going to get that out of a liberal man. They have re-engineered these men to be them, and then they look at themselves and they don't like themselves. So now they want the actual traditional man, but the only way you're going to get that is with traditional values. And they
think about this. Think about this. In that clip that we showed, one of the clips that we showed, the women said that it is abuse for a man to tell you what he thinks. Steer you in a direction that he would like. That is considered abuse in the eyes of some of these women.
Listen, this is what it is. I don't want to hear from you nothing about what you think about me. I just want you to carry the heaviest grocery bags in the house. That's it. That's all they really want. They want you to, They want you to carry the jugs of milk and then be quiet about everything else.
And you're gonna be lonely.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let me read these super chats. Shout out to
read
Pete.
that one.
Oh, we did that one. Okay. Where we at here? Did we do? Yeah, we did that one too. We did that one too.
We did that one too.
That one too.
We did that one too.
We gotta get some memories pills for wives or something.
Well, they move up, so I stopped. Shout out to Tam G. $2 super chat.
Hallet is what I meant happened.
We got you.
We got you. We picked up on that one.
We picked up what you was dropping. Thank you, Cole Steel Rails, for the $5 super chat.
You can have all this world, but give me Jesus.
Come on. Amen.
Corey Brown with the $5 super chat.
I'm glad to see Celeste is seriously thinking about the Cane Corso. I have a big old German Shepherd too. 2A and 2 big dogs. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
All
hey,
right.
the dog is to get there first, to give me time
to line up the shot. That's
exactly.
right.
Exactly. Shout out to Michael Armstrong for the $2 super chat.
Keeping Sanity Great team is on. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, Eric Romine, for the $2 super chat.
Why Crystal get to read the comments but not AC? Because listen,
sexism.
Let me say, first of all, my chat is going, so I like to make sure my people are good.
Ageism.
Second of all, I don't take it personal.
Racism.
Shout out to Primo at Double XL coming through with the $5 super chat.
I thought Seattle had some weirdos. Atlanta is up there. I'm staying right here in Conyers until I go to the airport. I mean, there are weirdos.
Hey, well, if you go out to hold up, give me a second. What's the area in Atlanta that has all of the weirdos? Oh my goodness.
The entire city of Atlanta.
Is that Duluth?
Piedmont, Midtown?
There's a certain area. Is it the West? No, it's not the West End. Golly, it's gonna come to me in a second. But I mean, you want to go see?
You don't know, Crystal?
You mean the part where that underground club is?
Yes.
Little 5 Points.
It's not Little 5 Points. It's another one. I gotta think about it.
You mean the underground shopping mall area?
Little 5 Points is up there on the list for sure. It is because they got
Little Chapaharas.
It's crazy. Shout out to Kung Fu CJ with the $5 super chat.
Hey, Kung Fu.
Exodus 30:23. Calamus is Hebrew for cannabis.
Really? I didn't know that.
I know.
Okay. Uncle Darnell with the $2 super chat.
Men don't want loud, defiant, liberal women.
Thank you, Uncle Darnell. No one. Not only loud, defiant, also combative. Because a lot of them are they will argue you up and down.
Yep.
You can't win it. You can't win, a disagreement with these people. Shout out to Kiwan Lit with the $5 super chat.
Where are these stats? I used to hear KS say that most men are childless. Oh, Kevin Samuel say that most men are childless, but I don't know if I believe it. What age? Also, what's up with the righteous connection? Wise.
I tell you, y'all been
y'all
pushing
really
it.
want to do this? You know,
Y'all been talking, man.
Really want to
That
do
would
it?
be dope.
We'll see if we can get it set up. But no, seriously, if you go and look up the USS Census Bureau, the last one that came out, it was Men's Fertility and Fatherhood 2024. Go look it up. It will tell you 54% of men are single and childless.
Are these stats the same way like there the black people that are labeled as white in prison? Is that
How credible are they? In other words, how credible are they?
I'm just going off of the Census Bureau. If we can't believe the Census
If
Bureau,
you don't believe the census, what will you believe at that
who
point?
are we believing?
Besides yourself and your feelings.
You're believing your eyeballs when you see. You're believing your eyeballs when you see.
50 million people in the United States of America. What I see doesn't encompass the entire population.
See, I'm saying if we gonna believe what they say, then we believe that it's those black men that are in jail that they labeled as white, and those Hispanic men that are in jail that they labeled
New
as
Jersey,
white.
though.
But that wasn't the census, though.
Government.
That was state government. That's a
New
difference
Jersey
between
of all
state
places
and
too.
federal.
What's up, Joe?
There are a lot of men out here who have kids who claim they ain't got no kids either until that
is true.
She's not.
We're not saying that the census is perfect.
It ain't his either.
Hey, I'm gonna go out on a limb, Crystal. You know I love you, but you know, there's a lot of trauma in Atlanta. I see. We got to get everybody out of Atlanta.
Get out of there, man.
Mika,
You gotta get out of there.
I have
She
met
said,
men
"What
who-
about the men with the kids that don't send the kids? I
they
didn't know
don't
they
have
did
kids?
that."
I have met men who said they ain't got wives, and then the wives show up.
Crystal's dating stories are prime entertainment. I just want y'all to know that her experiences. I can sit down and listen
Celeste,
to
we
those
got to
all
get this
day.
show going.
Yeah,
we
I'm
got to
not-
get this woman show going because
I like it.
Y'all should do it on Celeste's channel so she can get going. Because y'all all have your both channels. You got Messy Conservative. You got whatever Crystal's name is this month. Well, I might as well get Celeste up in there too.
Shout out to C Spark coming through, $5 super chat.
Can someone turn down AT's mic so he stops over talking my sis off? Hashtag new mic for sis. I'm gonna get a new mic.
That's what it is.
Mhm.
Don't make Crystal louder. Don't do that.
Thank you, brother Daniel, coming through with the $10 super chat.
Faithful are the wounds of a friend than many kisses of an enemy. Proverbs 27.
word.
That's it. Beautiful.
Amen.
That's the word.
Tam G with the $2 super chat.
Chris, I know great Christian men in country in Texas.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mhm. Thank you, Uncle Darnell, for the $2 super chat.
Niecy, quit Tim's chasing. I ain't even chasing Tim's no more, Uncle Darnell. I'm in my house. I don't even, you know what the thing everybody says? They said my
Hey.
problem is I don't go outside anymore. Yes, I touch the grass for a little bit, but I stay in my house because there's too much stuff going on.
That is a lot of it too, though. That is a lot. You have to.
Yeah,
be
it's hard to meet people when you're in the house all the time.
True.
And you know, when you're in Atlanta, I mean, you're competing. I mean, it's like I said, it's probably 30+1, you know, for heterosexual men. And then the other thing too is everybody in Atlanta is an entrepreneur, but you ask them what their business is, they're like, "Oh, I'm just an entrepreneur." Or they're an aspiring rapper, an aspiring actor, an inspired producer, an aspiring
Fitness
whatever.
instructor. Fitness
They're-
instructor.
Yeah, that too. You know, they're never actually like doing anything, or they scamming. It's definitely the home of the scammers.
So you-
Tons of scammers down there. Oh my
You need to be a
goodness.
spend that girl if you want to be dating here.
Oh my goodness. Home of the scammers and midnight ballerinas. Goodness gracious.
I can't.
Stick to praying, baby. Stick to praying.
Shout out to Kung Fu CJ with the $2 super chat.
ATL has the highest gay population in the country.
Would that make them the highest gay
I don't
population
know,
in the
DC?
world then?
They don't not more than San Diego, do they?
I thought this is San Diego. San Francisco.
Well,
San Diego.
our
It was San
mayor
Francisco that was
here in
up there,
DC
but-
Or
said
San Francisco, rather. San Francisco, yeah.
DC mayor says we are the gayest city
in the world.
Oh, I
It's
love
actually New York City, believe it or not. They have the highest total number of gay and LGBTQIA plus residents.
All right,
But
stop,
they-
all right,
but
stop,
they
stop
don't
it,
have-
stop it. Let's
why
stop talking
don't
about all
have-
this now.
why
We don't
don't
want
have
let's
the
stop. We don't want to hear no more about this. We
DC
do too much
has-
advertising.
Hold on, Wise. You saw what wifey put? I think we should do that.
Too much advertising.
Do what?
For the wrong
Do
group.
what?
She put wifey said, let's do a test right now on the channel. Men put a 1 if you've never been married or with a kid Ladies, put up a 2 if you have a kid but never been married. Are there more 2s than 1?
I mean, it's not exactly the most scientific test, but I'm curious too, honestly.
Okay.
It's a shock
Well,
poll.
Please be honest.
go ahead and make it happen. And men, put a 1 up in the chat if you've never been married with a kid. And then ladies, put a 2 up in the chat if you have a kid but has never been married. Okay. We'll see.
Yes, drop them numbers. I'm interested. Key wanted said, get that poll going.
I'm seeing a bunch of 2s.
You're seeing a bunch of 2s. I see 2s.
I'm seeing 2s.
Are the men not answering?
Oh no, they
There's
are.
some men that are answering. I'm just saying there's more 2s.
How do you know they're a man or woman?
Because
the 1 or the 2.
Minister Denzel.
Okay, I didn't hear that instruction.
Minister Denzel said this is the WNBA.
And look, he lives in New York City. That high population over there. He's got to ask people when he meets them, are you a man or a woman?
What is you?
Uh-oh. Crystal's Caveman is in the building with the $5 super chat.
He said,
Yeah.
hell to the no. Let me load up. Lack of crystal make you brave. ATM locked and loaded.
Come get it.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Let's go. I'm ready for it.
Thank you, Miss Tate, for the $5 super chat.
Thank you.
When my son was in high school, the girls he went to school with wanted a man who made 6 figures in high school. Delusional.
Is that crazy or what, man?
Right.
I'm not surprised though.
That doesn't sound crazy.
That
Because
says a lot
you
about the
remember.
culture.
High school.
You remember back in the day.
It was always 6 figures.
But it was always the girls. It was always the girls in high school that had the grown boyfriend that had the job already. And
That is
such
true.
and such and such. So this is just a step up from that.
And the dope boys. Dope boys
Yep.
always
Correct.
had a girl.
Correct.
If you had a dope boy, you had no problems pulling chicks. So not much has changed. It's just the actual number amount.
It's a step up.
Yeah, they just moved the number. They just moved the needle, to 6 figures. It used to just be he just had to show that he had some money.
Hey, TMG put a 3 in there. Y'all asked for a 3?
No, I'm actually putting in my chat. I'm actually putting an actual poll because people are confused right now. So
okay, they just throwing anything up there. Okay.
My chat got a bunch of 1s. That's nice to know.
Shout out to It's Not Your Fault, Al-Anon Recovery Channel with the $11 super chat.
my first job was in the ATL. Drove a very senior Jewish lady around to the Piggly Wiggly and to Temple.
Doesn't the Piggly Wiggly serve stuff they can't eat? Never mind.
No, Piggly Wiggly is just a grocery store.
Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking about something in Alabama. I apologize.
It's just a grocery store. Shout out to Jim By's been a member for 10 months.
I want to be a part of a righteous connection.
Come on, baby.
We're gonna have that many? Is it gonna be that many? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Jim By's, okay, we'll have to see if we can make this happen. Six's mom coming through with the $10 super chat.
Celeste, if you want a great dog, check out an American Akita. Do the research, but I'm 64 and on my 5th one. They have all the great attributes and some hard ones. Aloha from Kauai.
I will look
Wow.
at that.
So you got an Akita out in Hawaii? I would assume that'd be too hot for them out there.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe maybe cuts the hair short.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, Darletha, how's it going? $5 super chat.
When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. He needs to find me. Needs to be a good thing. I'm 61. I guess God's still working on me.
Ooh. If that's her in the picture, she looks great for 61.
Shout out to Jeff. It's not your fault. Al-Anon Recovery Channel, $11 super chat.
In 1994, Susan Smith drove her kids into a lake here in South Carolina. Women showed up screaming, "Baby, unalive her." 2026 welcome lines formed for Lindsay Clancy by women. You right
Make it
about
make
that?
sense.
Yeah.
Change.
On
How
top of
times
that,
have
people
changed.
forget that when Susan Smith did that, she also remember she said that it was a black man that stole her car.
Yeah,
Sure did.
That's right.
Sure did.
Yep.
As she was
Yeah.
pushed in the ocean.
Yep. Shout out to Papa Died with the $5 super chat.
When they talk about Atlanta burning nowadays, they talk about the meds that take care of those kind of STDs. Who you telling? That's why people be like, Bristol. I'm like, I'm not going outside.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they
Oh
do have a
Lord.
real
Papa
problem.
Died. Goodness
Yeah.
gracious. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. Al-Anon Recovery Channel, $11 super chat.
P.S. Nobody picked up on my Jobbing Miss Daisy reference. Dang, I'm old. Oh, I thought you really meant you did it.
I thought you really.
I thought she was doing it.
I mean, it's a believable gig.
Driving Miss
You know?
Daisy.
I just dropped a poll in my chat for never married and no kid, married and no kid, married and kids, or never married and a kid.
That
So
sounds
y'all
too
got
complicated.
options.
That sounds
Nope.
entirely too
Easy.
complicated. Thank you, Jim, for the $2 super chat.
ARP dating app, special ATL filter, no go zone.
I told you. Look, Wise. I've never seen a conservative anything.
Yeah, I hadn't either. TMG with the $2 super chat.
I want to be a part of the righteous connection. Ain't you married?
TMG, aren't you married? Where's your husband at?
I think she says she wants to watch.
Looking for another wife.
Where is your husband?
I think she wants to watch it. I think I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I think she meant she wants to watch A Righteous Connection.
Cam, you know Wise
got right on it. Where is your husband?
Don't even try it. You know he rides for these men. Don't try
Hey,
that.
you better know it, especially the married men. You married, you handling business. Hey, I'm riding with you. The single man with no children, I'm riding with you. My son is one of them, and he a good dude. I don't want to put
your granddad.
No, I said my son is one of a single.
He wants to be.
Children.
Oh, I thought you said. Sorry, I thought you said single man with children.
He's looking for a good, nice, wholesome young lady who understands what it means to be a lady, who wants to be in a good relationship. I don't want to tell all his business because he might be watching the show today.
Like,
I don't want to tell all his business.
Hey, Dad's trying to find him a woman. You never know.
Shout out to Michael Armstrong, $5 super chat.
Charleston White courageously described Atlanta for us.
Yes, he did. And people got upset with him for saying what he said. And I know Charleston, he ain't always right on things, but when he made that statement about the A, he was spot on.
I gotta go find that.
What did he say?
Shout out to Kiwan Lynette with the $2 super chat.
ARP dating app is a great idea.
All right, we have to.
You'll do better. You'll do better than Kendra does.
Can I do what Kendra does? Can I do that?
You can do better than what Kendra does. I mean, those 5 questions that she asked, good Lord, the worst.
Never holds the women accountable though. They always
of course she can't hold herself accountable.
Yeah, she can't hold herself accountable.
Why would she do that?
5'2", 450 pounds, and she's looking for.
And she'd be like, "Girl, you thick." I'd be like, "Stop it." Stop.
Listen, that's why when people were sitting down there, they're like, "Chris, are you going to go to Invest Fast?" I said, "For what?" Because it's smoke and mirrors over there. I don't play that game. That's like a flea circus. I'm not going in that.
And they had the nerve to charge almost $300 a ticket for that.
Woo!
Almost $300 a ticket for the
Wow.
Invest Fest. And then you got the nerve to have what's the lady Portia from Real Housewives and some of these other folks.
What kind of role?
But
those are the people that they like. Why? Those are the people that they like. They want those type of women because Portia she had the husband that was a football player. She had the rich entrepreneur in ATL, right, as a baby daddy, and then she had the African guy, and now she done took his house and he back in Africa.
Now she took his house and got him deported.
And now she got
called
her
ICE
girlfriend.
immediately.
Is she married her yet, or is she still dating her? Now she got the girlfriend.
Well, then why don't we
wait?
just
No, she got a girlfriend now.
Yes,
and move the girlfriend in. That's the craziest part about it.
Confusion.
When women get to the end of the line, that's all they got. But the crazy part is, why did you move? No, when they get to on the liberal side, when no more men want to deal with them, they will go that way, right? But here's the crazy part. All those men before this lady did all this work. And now the lady comes in and reaps the benefits and staying in the African man house using the money that the multimillionaire
and then she at Invest Fest talking about how she became rich and wealthy.
I bet.
Wait, don't believe she's gonna be able to stay in there long. You know what I mean? They may be going. Portia hadn't been able to stay with anybody too long. She definitely ain't gonna be able to stay with this lady too long. Don't worry about it.
Lord have mercy. Tam G, $2 super chat.
Tam G says she's trying to say she just wants to watch it. Okay.
Gotcha. I was wondering. I was about to say, Tam G, I'm about to call your husband on you. Like, hey, she's going to be a part of the Righteous Connection. You better sit down somewhere.
He's personally angry. It's funny to watch.
Thank you, Debbie Rocks, for the $5 super chat.
Crystal lights up my day. Aw, Debbie, love you too, honey. Every day she will find a wonderful man her way. I have faith in you, sister. Thank you.
We just need to make sure that Wild Wild West vets him before. I don't want to hear nothing about, well, he cute and I think I love him, daddy. No, Wild Wild West needs to be a part of this situation from the beginning.
Amen.
From the beginning.
Crystal, put him in the chat. You get him, put him in the chat. Feel better.
Yeah, I know. Y'all will choose cute over anything. Like, he ain't worth nothing.
Wise. I've never
absolutely
chosen cute. You know what I've always chosen? Someone that always makes me laugh. That's what because my sister's in the chat right now. She'd be like, nah, she didn't choose cute. She chose who made
So
her
you
laugh.
didn't find the Tims cute. They were funny to you.
I know. Don't make me have to pull up the video footage of you with the 1,000 mile stare. You know what I'm saying? On the Tims and the gray sweatpants. Don't make me.
Why she did
say it.
No.
Yeah, she sure did. She saw off 1,000-yard stare when those Tims came out, and she was not thinking about a comedy stand-up.
Google eyed and everything.
I'm telling you, it's the man that makes me laugh. That's the one that always gets my attention.
No, that's a fair point because most women actually put sense of humor as one or two in the characteristics they want from a man.
Yeah.
Is that above him being 6'5" and above him making $400,000 a year and above?
First of all, women don't know what they want. All right, let's just get that out the way. But secondly, women, to Crystal's point, I think she loves the Tims, at least she used to. But the 6'5" and all that's for them to even want to talk to you in the first place.
Exactly.
You don't know.
How do you know if he's funny or not?
Brother Wise,
Exactly.
do you see that thing from my sister? Do you see that thing from my sister? Right there, it says, see, Sparky, my sister does not go for looks at all because I never went for looks. It was always if you made me laugh.
I never went for looks, but you over here talking about by the way, Mika, this is every single Friday. You see how they get down? Every single Friday.
I love it, but here's the thing. I do have to agree with your sister because I've been married since right out of high school. So I never really looked at the guys though for looks. I always like masculinity. Like if you were like very stoic and buff and
I was gonna say
that would get me.
I've seen a picture of him.
Yeah, he just but that was second. He's very tall and because I am height deficient. But on top of that, he was always very, now he's more, but I like a man
manly man.
I like a man like my daddy. I like a man's man. I like men that men like. I don't like men that women like.
It is so easy for Mika to say that, y'all. She's being so modest right now. I just had a chance to be formally introduced to this young lady. And so she put a picture up there. I didn't know she was with a famous dude, I guess Florida or wherever it is. Right? I'm like, oh, cool. That must be her husband, right? Because I don't know anybody. She's like, no. This is the guy that's going to wind up being whatever it is for Florida. I was like, that's cool. So she showed an actual picture of her husband. Now, please understand, I like women. I'm not gay. But admittedly, I had to tell her, oh, no, he's much more attractive than him. Absolutely. She got herself this big, buff guy. He's about 7 feet tall, looking like he came from a Mr. Clean commercial for the opposite side. It's that's why she's laughing right now.
Didn't find out he was funny until 2 years later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Daydream googly eyes for the first 2 years she met him in high school. And by the way, Mika, it's wild to say I met my husband in high school, but I don't look at this for men. I don't pay attention to them. Come on now, what are we doing?
Well, yes, but I mean, I did see other people in high school. Good Lord.
In high school. In high school.
We might disqualify you. We're gonna
we have to do on this one.
We have to do Thank you, TMG, for the $5 super chat.
I love you, Brother Wise. Thank you for looking out for my husband.
Hey, I'm looking out for the brothers.
Amen.
You out here cutting up. I'm gonna let it be. No, I'm snitching. I'm letting you know. You're not gonna do that. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna settle this for my sister because now the chat is curious. Because she said, I got a story for y'all with Crystal and height. I dated a guy who, when he sat on the chair, his feet would swing.
Oh Lord,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
That's not nice. That's Father, forgive me.
So again,
nice.
I'm saying I've never been. Height wasn't a thing. It was if you were funny, if you certain things. But
so he was ugly, huh?
No, he wasn't ugly. He wasn't handsome. He wasn't ugly. He was regular. He was funny. He was short, and his feet couldn't touch the ground. So I
think the height is not okay. Men think that it's a slight. What the height thing is, honestly and truly, is just it goes back to being stoic. Women look at how much they think that this is just a thought. how much they think you can protect them by the height and the weight, and all of that stuff goes into that. Now, of course, in modern times, we don't need certain things, so it's not as relevant, but that's what that is. Now, some women are extreme, of course, with all that nonsense. Some women are extreme, like, oh, he has to be 6 feet. It's like, ma'am, he doesn't need to be 6 feet. He just needs to be your height or taller. Because I understand the the dynamic of I want my man to be able to protect me, but it doesn't
Again,
need to be 6 foot.
I'm sorry. Your name's the Messy Conservative, so I got to be messy with you. The high schooler telling us about adult dating is wild. The woman who is apparently by reputation, because I actually don't know, the woman who's 4'7" saying height doesn't matter, that's insane to me.
No, but that's not on her. That's not on her, because tall men like short women.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a short woman.
100%.
Tall men like short women.
Yes.
So the likelihood is the majority of men, even in high school, who probably approached her. We know Mika's vertically challenged.
It's
Obviously,
correct.
all were taller than him. But the taller they are, they probably liked her more because she is short. I'm a short woman.
Mika, you 4'7" for real?
I'm 4'10". Yes, I am.
Oh, you say that proudly. You get your step stool when you do too, man.
I wish I was 4'7".
Captain Caveman with the $2 super chat.
Don't watch your words, Mika. Keep it messy. Laugh out loud.
Shout out to Jessica Zane coming through, $10 super chat.
Looks first for me. According to my daughter, I have a type, and I'll agree.
I'm sorry, I can say that too.
Shout out to Jeff. It's not your fault. Al-Anon Recovery Channel, $11 super chat.
In other
Mims news.
I'm trying to figure out what Mims could be. Mims news: liberals in Maine are trying to ban the boiling lobsters because they can feel pain. No studies are being done on the unborn children, though.
I am outraged for the lobsters. I am outraged.
I love lobster.
Me too. I'm
mess
drawn
with that.
butter. I'm a classic girl. You don't have to do all that for me. Just do the lobster, steam it, boil it, drawn butter. I'm from New England. That's how it's supposed to be done. Leave them alone.
I can get with that. TMG, $5 super chat.
After 4 years being together, my husband just found out I can sing in sign language.
Whoa.
Okay.
It's different.
Dylan McClung with the $10 super chat.
Now this is Freeform Friday.
I know. Shout out to Jeff. It's not your fault. Al-Anon Recovery Channel, $11 super chat.
I'm tall, dark, and handsome. I'm half black. The lower half.
Jesus.
That's
No, Jeff. No.
But I get in trouble for saying stuff on here all the time.
Get your husband. Becky, get your husband, please. I'm telling on you, Jeff. I'm telling on you, Jeff.
It's Friday.
Good
Oh my
Lord.
goodness.
All these short ladies on the show shake my head.
That's right.
Are any of you over 5'3"?
No.
Okay.
Crystal is.
Crystal, you like 5'5", 5'6", right? I can't remember.
This is tall.
5'7".
Crystal's got a little height on her.
She got a little bit.
Shut
She
up.
can't dunk. She can't
That's
touch
a
the
tall
rim,
woman.
but yeah,
If I
she's got a
stand
little
behind
height on her.
Crystal, you can't see me.
Yeah. So that's how it's
How
behind.
tiny are you, Celeste?
5 feet exactly, 60 inches. What?
Wow. What? What?
Thank you, Jeff. Oh, make it make sense. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Letters are at a premium. Hey. Okay. We got you. All right. I want to play this clip. This young lady who had a scholarship while working at Starbucks just forfeited said scholarship, and she's angry about it. I'm going to play this clip for you guys. Get your thoughts.
What did she do?
So sad right now, guys, because I just got fired from Starbucks over 4 cake pops that were expired. So for those of you who don't know, Starbucks pays for my scholarship through ASU. And I literally was a shift supervisor there for a little bit over a year. And I took once 4 cake pops that were in the pastry case for my kids that were expired. Yeah, I got fired over that. Even though I agreed to pay the $20. They called me from loss prevention and they asked me to pay the amount, which came out to like a total of $50 because I also took a cheese Danish once. They had everything recorded and the bagel one. So it came out to like, and the turmeric shot once. So it came out to like $50. And they told me I had to pay the partial amount, $20, which I agreed. Told them I'll pay it with my debit card, I'll pay it. But it did not guarantee my job because they still fired me. And what pisses me off is that these big corporations like Starbucks, literally will cry over 4 cake pops.
It's called integrity, baby.
Thank you, Minister Danzel.
Oh my
You're a
goodness.
thief. You got caught stealing that work. This isn't about the $20 or the $50.
Oh my goodness.
You can't be trusted.
Because this is a tax deduction for them. All this food gets donated, but actually gets thrown away and then becomes a tax deduction for them. I love making coffee. I actually love being a barista.
I love making coffee.
I had even decided to step down as a barista because being a shift supervisor was a lot of stress on me, very demanding job. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna step down as a barista and just focus on my school. And then this happens. So yeah, I'm pretty upset. Just know,
Boy,
guys,
mine's a
that
terrible thing to
you
waste.
can literally get fired from a big company like this
For stealing.
simple things that don't make sense.
For stealing simple
Because
things, huh? Oh,
that's
come
how
on.
big companies are. So
Wow.
the best thing you can do is focus on yourself, work for yourself, do
Mm.
something for yourself, because these big businesses don't have your best interest. And the moment you do them wrong,
Oh, she does
like
not
steal
get
4
it.
cake pops that are expired and steal a cheese Danish that is expired, they will fire you and take your scholarship away.
So not to state the obvious here, but
Wow. Wow. Mine is a terrible thing to waste. That's sad. They don't get it. I mean, this is sad. This tells you that there's some people out there who look normal, but their minds are not working right. This is but this is sad. People need help.
Well,
They
when
need
people
help.
say, you just need to work for yourself. So let's say, for instance, let's use that for instance. You own a cupcake shop, or you own a hot dog stand, or whatever the case may be. You're gonna eat into your profits if you keep eating all the daggone food. You know what I'm saying? You're
Never
gonna
mind
eat
that
into
wise.
your profits.
No, why is that wise? What about her employees that do the same thing?
Well, exactly. Exactly. See, these people, they talk about big business, but all businesses, no business likes to take a loss, especially when it's theft and things of that nature from employees. And it's not really about the $20 or the 4 cake cups or whatever it is that she took. It's not really about that, because the thing is, it normally starts there. You show me somebody that worked their way up to robbing a bank, I promise you they started off with some smaller things before they got to that point, before they worked up their courage, because it started with a couple cake cups.
That's
and then, obviously, she moved on to a Danish. Before you know it, it will be coffee, and before you know it, it will be the register.
But you're
It's a
missing
process.
something, Wise. You know what she did to trump your whole argument? Because she knew your conservatives were going to come after her. She said they were expired.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, wow. Oh, great. That sounds that makes a big difference.
No,
man.
that in her mind, that
My
makes
bad.
a big difference.
My bad.
Right?
You're right. Yeah, I got you.
Because they can't be sold anyway.
No.
That is what makes the difference in her mind, right?
They
So
cannot
if they can't be
understand.
sold anyway, you weren't going to reap a profit. So why are you mad that I took it? That is the reason why she put that in there. Now, she, just like what I said, she gradually went up. She went to, I just took these, and then I had the Danish, which leads me to believe that you took some of those before and you had plenty of Danishes. Okay.
And what about, think about what she didn't say they caught her doing. There's some other stuff.
And then on top of that, you're a manager. You are a manager.
Yeah,
And then you say
baby.
it's a lot of stress. So it sounds like to me, you are the manager. You're supposed to, know not to do this. And then you're probably not coming into work right like you should, because she said it's a lot of stress. I'm tired half of the time. So now you're teetering on not really being a good manager.
what
Let's
she
just
didn't
get rid of
tell
it. Let's just get rid of it. That's what it sounds like. But that expired was the argument that she was going to use.
What
to trump
she
that
is
argument.
not telling us is a lot more to that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not a good employee, not because the cake pops expired. It is exactly the behavior.
Yep.
And the same thing that allowed you, the permission you gave yourself to take the cake pop, is the same permission you can give yourself to go into the register.
Come on.
And the same permission you could give yourself
Come
to
on.
now take sensitive information on employees.
That's right.
You are a danger to the organization. Who knows? Identity theft,
Theft.
all types of stuff, because your willingness to cross the line is
Mhm.
what makes you a bad employee. It's not what you crossed the line with. It's not that it was small. It's not that it was trivial. It's that you gave yourself permission to break that rule. And if you can
Right.
give it to yourself for this, then
Mm.
how do we know you won't be able to give it to yourself for other things that could even have greater
Greater
consequences?
consequences.
Because
Thank
at
you.
some point, then Starbucks might be on the hook for something you've done because
Right.
you're their employee. So they
Right.
want to nip it in the bud,
Yeah.
quick, fast, and in a hurry before you ran through their whole organization.
Celeste, you are just like Wise. You're missing it. This was a crime of necessity.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah, it
understand.
is.
And guess
Sad
what?
part
She
about
could
it,
go
if
to
she
a-
was in California and not Arizona, this would have been
she
nothing.
could go to a diversion program. She
Yep.
could be diverted.
That's right.
So I'll say, thou shalt
Funny.
not steal,
Funny.
thou shalt not covet. Because at the end of the day, all she kept saying is, well, this is a big corporation. This is a big
They
corporation.
can afford it.
Corporation. They can afford it. They listen, it's not yours. That's
It don't
what it is.
belong to you.
And that's the beauty. I always say I love that my parents, we were my sister was a baby, I was a toddler. Leave it alone, don't touch it. It's not yours. Like learn that. It's not yours. And the fact that you who said it? I think it was Celeste or Mika. She was doing this the entire time. It wasn't just for cake pops, because like you said, there's a cheese Danish, there was a bagel somewhere. They had also they were watching her this entire time.
Yeah,
So
there's more to it.
that's why it came up to $50, because you weren't just taking 4 cake pops. We know how much cake pops. It wasn't just one cheese Danish. It was a few items that they sat there and they watched you do it over and over and over and over again. And you're sitting here on the internet, and that is the entitlement, the lack of accountability that that we are living in today. You put that on the internet because you expect people to sit here and side with you. But no, we're going to make shaming great again, because shame on you. You lost a scholarship, and I'll say it like that. You lost a scholarship for 4 cake pops, some Danishes, and a bagel. Girl, you should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
When you could have just waited for the end of the night. When they bag it up, throw it in the trash, just take it.
Just take it. And you bag it up, make sure it's in a clean, in a clean trash bag or whatever. The other thing though is when they say these large corporations, majority of Starbucks are franchised, meaning that they're small businesses. The large majority of them. Most of the people that own Starbucks, these are small business owner franchisees who are getting hit upside the head with franchise fees and so forth and so on. And they turn a profit, but these aren't super wealthy, billionaire type people. Go ahead.
This was an interesting one, because you steal a pencil from my organization, I'm firing you, right? Because to y'all's point, it's a pattern of behavior, and she showcased that she does not have that switch in her mind, or to what Mika's making fun of satirically, but she's correct. You have to ask them, what's your line? What crimes are okay then, right? So food is okay for you to steal as long as you have a justification for hungry. Can you only steal that from your place of business if you're employed there? Can you steal it from a Safeway when you walk in there? Like, what is the actual line? And who's to say that you actually need it? She had to go. She absolutely had to go. If I get a scholarship for the next 4 years to allow me to go to school, the way I'm dotting every single I, crossing every single T, I'm not even jaywalking. I'm not taking the risk. That's 4 years. That's a lot of money to go to school, and she didn't seem upset about that. But here's the part that I picked up from this. One, she said they called me, said you got to give some money back. I was like, oh yeah, no, I'll pay it with my debit card. Where was that energy when you were taking the food? I saw you had a nice little ring on your finger while you were talking, some nice earrings, right? A nice necklace. See, back in the day when I was poor, I went to the pawn shop with stuff like that. I never got it back. I was able to eat off of that. So why are you not pawning your stuff? You're not that hungry. It sounds to me like you took advantage of a system that, regardless if you agree or not, yes, I know that a lot of stores throw away a lot of food. Two things can be true at once. Yes, I know that corporations, you hit the nail on the head. You are nothing more than a number to them. I don't disagree with that at all whatsoever. Why don't you act like it? We all know that we're nothing more, we're replaceable and all these things. So why are you doing something that you have signed an employment agreement, I guarantee that you did, that said that you're not supposed to do certain things? So when you sign that employment agreement, and this is the way I would talk to my staff, by the way, before we let them go. When you sign this is your signature that said, I'm going to follow these rules. There's no exceptions to it. When you sign this, were you lying or just kidding? That's my question.
That part.
A wise. The Bible says in Luke 6:31, as you would have others do unto you, also you unto them. So she stole their danishes, and they stole her job and her
scholarship.
tuition.
Well, but they didn't steal it. She
Yeah,
forfeited. She
there you
forfeited
go.
those things
There you
by,
go.
not following the rules. Every one
That's
of
right.
these organizations out there, they have a code of conduct, and
That's right.
there's a form that you're going to have to sign to say that, hey, you understand
Amen.
that, hey, if you violate any of these, things here,
Of course.
you're going to risk, the termination as well as potentially prosecution by the law. Now she's lucky all they did was just fire her.
That's right, because they could have sued
Now,
her.
what's really crazy is now you're in college. You just put on the internet that you got fired from a job for stealing.
Yeah, that wasn't the move. That wasn't
Who's
the move.
hiring you?
Nobody.
You are a thief.
Stupid on steroids.
Do not think these people, they don't think these things through. Like, yo,
No.
they said, you know what? You can go and pay this back. We're not going to give you a criminal charge. It is actually against the law for somebody to call you or call your previous employer for a reference and ask,
told them.
why is this person no longer there?
You told them.
You can't do that. That's against the law to do. Only thing an employer can do as a reference is ask, are you eligible for rehire or not? That's it.
You just told everybody.
The law for them
And that's all they need. That's all they
share
need.
any additional information. So you gave them the information as to why you lost your job at Starbucks.
That's all they
And the
need,
thing
though.
is,
Why?
they don't even
Because
have to call anybody anymore because you put it on the internet, man.
Oh
That's
my
all
goodness.
that's all they need to know. You don't need any other question. When you ask that question, can they be rehired? The only time an employer would put that is if you did something, like you did something.
True.
And so it's already the impression right there, but they don't even have to go that far because they type in, the internet stuff first.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
I want to go back.
So I got something for you from Starbucks, if you don't mind me getting there real quick,
Go for it.
Celeste.
Go for it.
So this is from Starbucks. Thank you, Eric Ramon. He used to be a manager at Starbucks, and he said that there's something wrong with her story, and it is based off of this. So from Starbucks Food Share Program, Starbucks partners and employees who live in the Starbucks Mission Valley daily in our stores expressed concern about the food that was being thrown away each night. Remember, she said it was expired, it was going to be thrown away. Driven by this concern, Starbucks teamed up with Feeding America in 2016 to develop the Food Share Program to donate all unsold food available to donate from stores to local Feeding America food banks and agencies. 7 years later, the Food Share Program is now available in 100% of our U.S. company-owned stores. So she lied. They weren't going to just throw that food out there. She took food from people who need it. That's what she did.
Needed it.
Yeah.
Go figure.
I want to go back to where I did this morning on my Ask Me Anything. She said she stole those cake pops for her children. So we are back to, this is somebody who is raising children. Now think about this. These are the values. Like I said, we as a society can't keep cleaning up these messes. These parents they are going to drop their children on us after they have gotten them good and programmed and ready with these values and these behaviors. As Minister Danzel says, this not right thinking. And now they're going to say, all right, society, here they come.
Yeah. No, you're right. Let's read some super chats. Keep it moving. This is over daggone ridiculous, man. The lack of accountability from these people is just unbelievable.
Thank you for showing that, Wise. That was good.
Tam G with the $2 super chat.
I'm 5'9". I was about to say the Eve line. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I'm 5'9" and my husband is 5'7". He loves it.
What's the Eve line? Oh, 5. Is that 5'9" thick in the thighs or something?
Yeah. Yes.
You see how fast Mika knew the answer to that too?
You see
how fast she said that?
It's 5'9" thick in the thighs. Every thug's dream wife.
See the left in there. I am a child of the 2000s. Come on. Let me say
$2 super chat.
Laugh out loud. Tam G, I sang Stand By Me in ASL. High five.
Shout out to Uncle Darnell with the $2 super chat.
Girl, that is stuff. That is money for them. Amen, Uncle Darnell.
Well, it's not even that. What's even worse is that you took money out of people.
Somebody needed it.
Food
Right.
out of people's mouths that actually needed it.
That's right.
I'm sure somebody would like that.
Starbucks is actually giving the food away. They're not just tossing and throwing it away. I can actually appreciate that.
Amen.
When I worked at McDonald's for 2 weekends, they used to throw all the food away,
Yeah.
in the back.
Well, you do know though, not 2 weekends, but you do know
history.
you do know that a lot of these companies, because I had a friend that worked at the corner bakery, and I asked that. I said, well, why do y'all throw the food away? And the manager said, if we give it to the homeless,
And they get
then and they get sick, then they can sue us.
Yeah.
Right.
So with the manager, and I like that Starbucks is doing this.
They let them
because-
take it themselves.
Yeah, because what the manager used to do, he used to stick it in the trash can instead of in the one on the property. He used to stick it in the one across from the property. He'll throw it over there and then tell them, "Hey, it's fresh. Go ahead and get it." He'll put it in a nice clean bag, but he'll put it in trash.
That's pretty
because he,
Right.
he didn't want the company to get sued.
But as long as it was on
now, this is
property,
a different a means of doing
But
it.
now,
But I
if they give
understand
it
why
to
they
the
don't.
actual food bank, the food bank now
That's
takes
different.
responsibility for that, and they can't come back and sue.
Right.
That makes sense.
That makes
I
sense.
can live
Yes.
with that. Yeah, AT, don't be clowning me. I worked at McDonald's 2 weekends, man.
I'm not
It was
clowning
the
you at
2
all
weekends. He was like,
whatsoever.
"I'm up out of here."
Just the way you said 2 weekends, like absolutely not. I tried this out. Y'all ain't for me.
I
Did you
tried
get
it.
paid?
I did get paid,
That's
but
what I asked. You just got a paycheck.
Well,
You were
I tried the fast
Wise,
food, man.
You were there longer than Kamala was. Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
You
I
better
made it
thank
to
a McDonald's.
a Saturday and a Sunday, and then another Saturday and Sunday, and I was like, I'm never coming back here. This is terrible. Well, it was even worse, man. I worked at Burger King one day. That was
wow.
So you were just
One
like
day at
trying
Burger
fast
King.
food just to see, like, is this for me? I just want to see if I can make a
Tried it.
burger and get some money.
Hey,
He's
tried
like,
it.
nah.
Burger King one day, and I was like, oh heck no. Nah, I can't. Can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, it didn't work out, man. So I made it one day. I did get paid though. They paid me for the one day.
I couldn't deal with the public like that.
Shout out to Teddy for the $2 super chat.
Give her a break. She's oppressed, not entitled. Okay.
Different
Thank you,
reality.
Caveman, for the $10 super chat.
My father would say, you never have to steal. Ask for what you want, and you'll be surprised what people will give you. If she would have asked, I'm pretty sure the manager would have said yes. If no, then okay.
Yeah.
That part.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Miss Tate with the $5 super chat.
They have to track their inventory. Worked at McDonald's in high school, didn't have to pay, but still had to ring up the meal and track what went out the door. That is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
That is true.
I worked.
Yep.
I
When I did work at that McDonald's. Yep. They give you free lunch.
I worked at a Walmart. The Walmart, when Walmart used to have their cafes in there, and that was the same way. They had to track what was leaving the store.
Gotta make sure.
Well, Crystal and Wise, those of you who actually had a register at some point, you have to balance your register at the end of the day.
Yeah, oh,
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you balance it beforehand, before you start, because you want to count your drawer, make sure your money's straight, and then you want to do it after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's coming out of your pocket.
Yep. Exactly.
I ain't never played with that.
Depending on how much is missing, you going to jail.
That's right.
I ain't never played with that.
I've never had a register unaccounted for. If a penny's gone, we're gonna find that penny.
I ain't never had a drawer that was unbalanced. I even got awards for it because I was not playing. You ain't
I
gonna
didn't
catch
like working the
Crystal.
register though.
She was a typical victim person, always finding fault with somebody. Everybody else is to blame but you. I mean, you put your business out here. Told just how stupid you were,
Well,
but
that's the
it's not
crazy
your
thing.
fault.
Like,
It's not your fault.
She could have just gone on, got another job.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been
Posting
a big
it
deal.
was stupid. That was
Once
stupid.
you put it online. The thing is that you're in college, man. You're gonna try to go for a better job, and people are gonna see this, and they'll be like, "Oh no, we're not hiring a thief. This is a low character, low integrity individual."
Yes.
That's
Why?
what they see.
It's not even that. You not only are you a thief, you also just showed me you're the type of person that's going to talk about my organization online. If
You
something
blame
doesn't go the
somebody
way it's
else.
supposed to.
That too.
Absolutely
That too.
not
Right.
hiring you.
That's right.
And that behavior is the reason why they can't find jobs and they can't find men because they do. The
No,
same
it's not.
thing
It's
with
Trump. It's Trump. Come on
You're
now.
right. You're right. Because they do that with the men too. They get online,
Yes,
the
they
men,
do.
this, and that.
Oh,
So the men go,
yep.
"Oh, you gonna talk about me? Okay."
Absolutely.
If
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh
you
my
leave-
goodness. I'm sorry. Daniel Manning just dropped something, and my dad and my sister said one of these days somebody gonna say that about you. Yes, I had 30 jobs. Thank you, Daniel Manning.
Only 30 jobs, you lazy girl.
He said Crystal did everything real Jamaican. 30 jobs before she was 13. Yes, I've been working since I was 13, y'all. Yes.
Good job. Lord have mercy.
Wow.
Thank you, Captain Caveman, for the $2 super chat.
Mama used to say, if you steal, you'll unalive. That's true.
Go ahead, Captain.
I've heard
Captain
that.
old
I've
school.
heard that before. Uncle
Old
Darnell
school.
with the $2 super chat.
The money she steals will be expired too. I bet. That's a good one.
Shout out to Captain Caveman, $5 super chat.
What's the street value of expired cake pops? At least my pig feet was fresh. You better say it.
W Healthy Self with the $5 super chat.
You all make my day, starting with TGP in the morning, live or replay. I look forward to you all. Please keep up the good work. Godspeed and God bless. God bless you.
Amen.
God bless you.
Amen. Wow.
Shout out to Tam G with the $5 super chat.
I work in the public LP. Don't like you being short.
No.
50 cents.
No.
No, they
You can't
don't.
even be short 50 cents.
No.
They'll give you a break on a penny or two, but no.
That's lucky. That must just be fast food, because I had a summer job when I was a kid at the bank, and those cashiers, they could
Well, the
not.
bank is different though. The banks, you better
It
be
is
on
different.
point at the bank. The bank's different.
Yeah, because I went to a
definitely
STEM
different.
school, and they would like say, "Oh, okay, what kind of job do you want to work in?" And since I was in math, they sent me to the bank, and one lady
Well,
came
you
up
can't be
$1.
You can't be off on
They
the
made
bank
her
at
count
the
that
bank.
whole drawer over.
all over again. Yeah, for $1. Yeah,
I think-
absolutely.
I think
Well,
the
the thing
hard
is that if you're $1 off today, it'll be 10 tomorrow. It'll be 50 the day after. It will be 100 after that. People you give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
That's right.
Yeah, it was so what she found out was she just typing so fast trying to get through the line that she just entered a number wrong. But it was but that same process as a kid, I'm like, it's $1, it's $1.
Mhm.
But as you get older, you realize, okay, that's
Well, hey, in the streets, if you guys have ever watched The Wire, when the
Oh, yeah.
police asked the young dude, was like, "Hey, man, I know y'all don't like going to school, but how come y'all never get the count wrong?" Because the dude said, "Hey, out here you get the count wrong. It could be
the
your
life.
life.
That's right.
That's true.
These are life or death situations. Be
Yeah.
$1 or so short on the count with them boys' money up there,
That
and
is
find
true.
out what happened to you. The first time you might just get beat. The next time you're gonna be in one of them daggone row homes missing. If
That's
y'all
how
remember.
That's a fact.
That's how I would say the street pharmacists. They are some of the smartest men out. Those street pharmacists are intelligent. If they took their ego and did it for something good, they knew some stuff. They knew their math real
Here's my
well.
problem with that argument. I've heard people say that. I'm not saying that they can't do math and they don't have some sense of strategy. What I'm saying is it's almost the same thing about like Cardi B. What I'm saying is to actually be successful, there are a whole bunch of other skills they're missing. Like to have to listen to someone else, to have to do it someone else's way, to there's a whole.
Are you talking about street dudes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
they
street
they
pharmacists.
do know how to listen, and they do. Please, they're in that is an organization.
Yeah,
There's a hierarchy there.
Yes.
Have you
pharmacists?
read Freakonomics? Are you familiar with the book Freakonomics?
I am not.
Go check out Freakonomics.
didn't
There is a
think
dude,
so.
there is
Freakonomics
a
is a
guy.
great book.
Go check out Freakonomics. There is a guy, he went to Chicago and he studied and broke it down. There is a hierarchy here.
It's a corporation.
And it is ran like a corporation. Go read Freakonomics. It'll blow your mind. It is a phenomenal read.
It is. And
Phenomenal.
So I'm saying this from knowing some of these people growing up. I'm telling you, there's a hierarchy. There's the CEO, there's the VP.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's a whole thing.
There's levels to
I'm not
this.
saying there isn't an organization. I'm saying if you mentioned The Wire. So I'm talking about at that point, you're at the lowest level if you're on, sort of on the corner at that point. I'm not sure that they have necessarily all the other skills, but I'll read the book. I'll reserve.
Well, even on The Wire, if you look at the guys on the corner, everybody doesn't have the requisite skills to move up the ladder. But if you remember The Wire, there were those. You remember Bodie? He worked his way. He started off, if you remember season 1, he started off at a corner boy. Before you know it, he had his own block. So there are, and that's no different than just people in general in the regular workplace. You're gonna be a bunch of people, and then
Some will
folks
rise,
start to
some won't.
separate themselves.
The
It's
people
same.
who, no, I agree. No, that makes sense to me. Absolutely.
Exactly.
There's
Everybody's not gonna make it.
Nowhere is everybody equal. That's
Exactly.
it.
Shout out to Debbie Rocks with the $5 super chat.
Come on, Brother Wise. Crystal is too wise to fall for a player. She'll find her forever man when God places him before her. Listen, I have been through enough so that I am wise enough. Debbie, I have been through it enough.
I like Debbie, so I'll be nice.
Enough. I'm wise enough now. I will say that. I have made plenty of mistakes. That's why I have a PhD in narcissists.
Uncle Darnell with the $5 super chat.
This ain't Cali. We real down here. Too hot for that mess in my Nelly voice.
Shout out to Uncle Darnell. I'm sorry, Miss Karen Elliott with the $5 super chat.
This is what happens when you teach entitlement and not integrity. Shake my head.
Thank you.
Spot
Thank
on,
you, Karen. Teddy Marcel,
Let me see if I can
$5
do
super
this.
chat.
Let me try and do this.
Oh, this is funny.
She only stole beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, rams, hot dogs, house chicken, turkey, rabbits. You name it. This is unfair. I hated that.
All claps for that, Crystal.
That was good. That was good. Shout out to Tam G with the $2 super chat.
We had a guy steal $500 and was never charged.
That's what I was point about California, because some people are going to go to California. You can get away with it there. They're going to move, go to the wrong place, steal that money, and to Wise's point, best case scenario, you get arrested.
That's where I go grocery shopping at.
In California?
California. I just drive my RV back. That's all.
Shout out to Captain Caveman, $5 super chat.
Thou shalt not steal unless those cake pops was expired. That's how she may have understood it. I'm trying to give her grace. Poor little tink tink.
Little tink tink.
No, that's little tink tink.
That's terrible. Little tink tink. Golly. Thank you, Kung Fu CJ, for the $5 super chat.
I was a thief from 8 till 14. It is a phase kids grow out of. Oh,
yes.
The way my mama and them never let that happen.
And here's the problem, that this is a woman who's raising kids.
Yes.
She's not grown out of it yet.
She's a kid herself. Yep.
Thank you, Uncle Darnell, for the $2 super chat.
For most women, their need to post is their undoing. I agree, Uncle Darnell, but I think it's an epidemic in
It's
general.
not just women nowadays. You got men out here doing this.
There are men doing it too. That's what to say.
Crazy.
Men, and it's
I need to get a need to post because I suck at social media. I
got a need to post. I get bullied every
You're
single week. I'm
intelligent.
gonna talk about that.
Shout out to Clay Bob with the $5 super chat.
free expired food for oneself equals conflict of interest. Even elite street pharmacists know. Never smoke your own product. Sugar is the biggest street pharmacist.
That is a fact.
True.
Shout out to Cap America for the $10 super chat.
In the words of Willy Wonka, you lose. Good day, madam.
Eric Remind with the $2 super chat.
Worked at McDonald's more than ARP career.
Shout out to TMG, $5 super chat.
I sing in 7 different languages and speak in 4. God gave me an amazing gift. All praise to goes to God Almighty. Amen.
All right now, TMG. Wow. Okay. I know you was a polyglot.
That is my sister in Polish and that Slavic language. I know that's right. Love
Shout out to Karen Elliott, $2 super chat.
She's a victim of her own doing. Nobody else. That part.
Shout out to Invictus, $5 super chat.
Adonai, bless you all. Amen.
God bless you.
Appreciate you, brother. What's up, Jim? $2 super chat.
Minister D is low-key raging on girl. Love it.
Uncle Darnell, $2 super chat.
2 weekends, 1 day. Wise, you were bougie young.
We've been happy to have a place to work.
Hey, you know. Shout out to Captain Caveman, $5 super chat.
Her baby daddy gave the same excuse when he robbed the expired money at the bank.
Thank you, Smitty, for the $5 super chat.
Duty calls, taking care of my daddy. Sorry that I'm missing the message. Big love to my ARP family and Miss Messy and Chat.
Thank
Shout out to you, Smitty.
Is that your daddy?
I'm still waiting on that invite for the boat ride.
Well,
yeah, right.
Shout out to TMG, $5 super chat.
You're not going.
Right?
Now back to now you jumped on the boat ride.
Messy.
Not fast food, Mika. I work for a big company selling parts as a manager. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
And TMG, once again, $2 super chat.
I have been in customer service since I was 14. Okay.
And Captain Caveman, $2 super chat.
Brother Wise went from cake pops to the rocks, to the crackety crack rocks.
It all works the same.
Yeah. All righty. We'll be right back. Gutter Bunny of the Week. Here we go.
Gutter Bunny of the Week. Yeah. We like we bring the heat. Hey, hey. Hope it jumping on their feet. Hey, hey. It's Gutter Bunny of the Week. Hey, hey. gutter bunny of the week.
All right, y'all. It is time for Gutter Bunny of the Week. And baby, this week's nominees came ready. We have journalism foolishness, California trying to soften shoplifting, a politician calling drag shows for children wholesome, and a passed out here giving us abracadabra theology while sprinkling race into Wells' case. So y'all already voted. The polls are closed. But before I give you the results, let me remind everybody exactly what each one of these bunnies did. So we're going to start off with the NABJ versus Stephen A. First up, the National Association of Black Journalists, because apparently Stephen A. Smith has discovered that yelling at everybody is perfectly fine until you yell at the wrong demographic. NABJ gave Stephen A. a thumbs down over what they described as disparaging commentary about prominent Black women. And my simple question is, did he lie though? Did he fabricate something? Did he falsely accuse somebody? If he did, then show me, because Stephen A. Smith has spent his entire career criticizing everybody: Black men, white men, athletes, coaches, owners, politicians, LeBron James, the Dallas Cowboys. Baby, that man will argue with a folding chair if ESPN gives him 8 minutes. So this idea that suddenly criticism becomes harmful because the person being criticized is a Black woman, no. Black women are not above criticism. Black men are not above criticism. Nobody is. If Stephen A. was wrong, refute him. But if the complaint is essentially you criticize somebody from a protective identity group too aggressively, then we are no longer talking journalism ethics. We are talking ideological babysitting. NABJ, you earned your nomination. Next, we have the California Democrats, because California apparently looked at shoplifting and said, this needs better branding. Assembly Bill 2108 creates a diversion option for certain low-level nonviolent retail theft cases. And part of the justification around this bill is the idea that some theft comes from necessity and poverty. Now listen, poverty is real. Desperation is real. People need help. And Christians should care about the poor. That's what we do. But can we please stop acting like compassion means removing every consequence from bad behavior? You can feed somebody and still tell them stealing is wrong. You can help somebody and still hold them accountable. But this is what happens politically. First, we explain the behavior, then the explanation becomes an excuse, then the excuse becomes justification, and eventually everybody involved is somehow the victim, except the business that got robbed. At some point, you took something you didn't pay for. We do not need a new phrase for that, California. Welcome to the cage. Next, we have Jamal Abracadabra Bryant. And y'all know I always say this: when the world acts like the world I expected, but when you put pastor in front of your name, different standards. And Jamal gave us abracadabra. This whole idea about the power of words and creating as you speak. Sir, we have an entire Bible. Why are we doing Hogwarts theology at stillbirth? And then it gets even crazier when you look at what he's saying about Nolan Wells case, because Jamal has publicly framed Nolan's death as something concerning Black America. And hear me carefully. Asking questions, good. Demanding transparency, good. If someone committed a crime, prosecute them. But what we are not going to do is cast a spell of racism over a case and then act like saying it enough times makes it established facts, because that's where the race grift comes in. Take a tragedy, attach racial language, bring in activists, bring in attorneys, bring in cameras, invoke Black America, sir, and then abracadabra. Now everybody's supposed to accept a racial motive before somebody proves one. No, evidence first, narrative second. And here's the irony. You want to preach about the power of words, then understand the responsibility of words, because when you have a pulpit and a microphone, your words can inflame people. They can create assumptions. They can make people emotionally invested in a conclusion before the facts are finished. So, Mr. Jamal Bryant, we're removing the word pastor. Leave the magic wand at home. You are officially nominated. And finally, Angie Dixon. Baby, Angie said, why give Crystal one reason to nominate me when I can give her two? First, drag show for kids. Angie Nixon has defended taking her children to drag shows and described what she attended as wholesome entertainment. Wholesome, ma'am. Adults want to go to a drag show, you are grown. That is your business. But once we start talking about children, parents absolutely have the right to ask, what exactly are they being exposed to? And this is where politicians lose people, because instead of saying, yes, some drag entertainment is adult-oriented and parents should use discernment, they go straight to, There's nothing inappropriate here at all. No. We are not doing the don't believe your lying eyes routine. And then you add the racial politics, because Angie also has no problem framing political opposition through race. And this is what I mean when I talk about the race grift. Real racism exists. When it happens, call it out. But every disagreement is not racism. Every policy objection is not racism. Every criticism of Black politicians is not racism. And when race becomes the shield you hide behind every time someone challenges your ideas, you're not fighting racism. You are weaponizing it. So Angie managed to combine drag shows for children, identity politics, and racial grievance into one Gutter Bunny application. Y'all, that is impressive. All right. So y'all heard the nominees. You cast your votes. And now let's see what the audience decides. Coming in last place, Jamal Abracadabra Bryant. Now, Jamal, don't celebrate too hard. You still got nominated, buddy. The audience simply looked at everybody else and said, somehow this is worse. Coming in third place, NABJ. Apparently, y'all were annoyed by the Stephen A. Smith situation, but not annoyed enough to give them the crown. Coming in second place, and this one came real close, California Democrats. The necessary shoplifting crowd almost took it. Almost, people. But there could only be one Gutter Bunny of the Week, and the audience has spoken. This week's Gutter Bunny of the Week, drum roll please, is Angie Nixon. Baby, y'all said drag shows for children and the race grift, that'll do it. And I understand the vote, because this is bigger than one politician saying something ridiculous. This is a worldview. Take something parents have legitimate concerns about, call it wholesome. Then when people object, question their motives, and if possible, bring race into it. No. Parents are allowed to have boundaries. Christians are allowed to exercise discernment. Americans are allowed to disagree with Black politicians without being called racist. And children do not need adults dismantling every cultural boundary in the name of inclusion. So Angie Nixon, come get your little dumpster, grab your miniature carrot, and enjoy your title as this week's Gutter Bunny of the Week. Because around here, we don't determine truth by race. We don't determine truth by political party. We don't determine truth by who screams the loudest. We do truth over trends, evidence over narratives, and scripture over culture. And that is Gutter Bunny of the Week. Thank you all for all the nominations, and I'll see you next week for Gutter Bunny of the Week.
Gutter Bunny of the Week. Yeah. We loud, we bring the heat. Hey, hey. Hope it jumping out their feet. Hey, hey. It's Gutter Bunny of the Week. Hey, hey. Gutter Bunny of the Week.
Darn, I'm Nixon. That's my mother's maiden name. Darn it.
That Angie's a nut.
Mm-hmm.
I guessed it right, though. I guessed that one right.
Yes, you did.
I didn't know you was a Nixon. Minister
My mother's maiden name is Nixon. Yeah, I got to confess that, man. Lord have mercy.
Get your people there, man. Get your
right.
folks.
I got to get her. I got to get her.
So, Minister Danzo, you better tell us you're a descendant of the president now.
He is.
He is. I'm telling you. I'm sorry. Let me call him D. D got a resume. D got a resume, though. I'm just saying D got a whole entire resume.
Listen, Minister, and he was not a crook.
Absolutely.
You see, I always end our program like this, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Shout out to Sin with the $5 super chat.
We are born into sin. 2-year-old lies about not getting in the cookie jar and crumbs all over his face. The Lord must be invited into our hearts.
Yeah.
Brother Daniel, big brother Daniel with the $20 super chat.
Yeah.
Don't forget Bubble Wrap Celeste. She said 6 inches. She said what she said. Laugh out loud.
That's right.
TMG, $5 super chat.
My husband said I should sing in sign language on my channel because all songs I sing in sign language in is Christian music. Okay.
Yeah, put a little, what is that little box on the side?
Yeah. Put a little box in there. Yeah.
Help a lot of people.
Could mean TMG that he's saying, hey, don't sing in your regular voice, just sing.
I only learned the alphabet in sign language.
Wow.
Shout out to brother Daniel with the $20 super chat.
Say that part again, Crystal. Scripture over culture. Yeah.
Amen.
I like that. I like that. I want to play this last clip. We don't have to spend a whole lot of time here, but we touched some heavier stuff earlier in the show. and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time here, but California, especially the LA area, it's not a real place, man. Seriously. It's not a real place. It is literally GTA. For those that don't know what GTA stands for, it's Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of days ago, before I play this, before I preface this, I was in California well over 20 years ago. And I was at a friend's house, and we happened to be sitting outside, and he lived where he lived at. It was a main road. And I watched the car fly by. We're like, what's going on? And the next thing you know, you see the police like right behind it. And they're like, oh, yo, this happens all the time. High-speed chase in California. It's the Wild Wild West for real. There are legit high-speed chase in California all the time. And it was a normal thing. And no one out there that looked at it like, I was like, man, this is
Not
crazy.
surprised, man.
I ain't come out from Georgia. You don't see high-speed chases like that out in the Atlanta area. You just don't see these types of things. Oh, yeah. This one right here, though, this is interesting.
Stupid is normal in California.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of that going on out there. A lot of that going on out there.
To this gas station, he will be cornered here momentarily. He will not have much time to do anything, but he's got several seconds for them to catch up here. So as he basically looks around, most likely here's the helicopters. He is trying to get gas. They will be pulling in here, guys. I've got to believe any second. Pulled the pump. This is really getting crazy really quick. This is dangerous under normal circumstances, but with a live hot pursuit, the risk here is amplifying by the second. He is dialing buddies up like there's no tomorrow. I mean, I don't know who in the world he's calling. I mean, he's coming within inches of oncoming traffic as he carries on these conversations. This is at least the second time he is actually talking into the speakerphone like he's on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, trying to figure out who his lifeline is and trying to figure out where he's going to hide this bike. He is apparently on the phone with one of our photographers. Somehow he has managed to reach ABC7, and now he's what in the world? He got somebody to put gas in a gallon container for him and leave it in the park. He just put gas in that bike. Somebody was able to drop gas off in the middle of the park. LAPD, look at people running through the park. LAPD in the park, now crossing through this major intersection. That's Broadway at El Segundo Boulevard. People running for their lives through the park as he now tries to flee LAPD after a fresh gallon of gas that somebody left waiting for him in that park. This is unbelievable.
Please tell me they caught this Negro.
I'm rooting for him at this point.
Not me.
Takes on a new level of concern here. He's continuing to drive recklessly, blowing through major intersections, obviously not in the right frame of mind. On the road, oh, threading through here, look at that. That is Imperial Highway at Figueroa, another wild left turn there. I mean, he has 9 lives, this guy. It's unbelievable. He appears to have dumped the bike. He is now running through private property and jumping fences on foot. He is now hiding in a trash bin in one of these properties, and that appears to be
because he's garbage.
Most likely his final hiding spot. As it appears, LAPD has the
Thank you,
suspect
Lord.
at gunpoint at
Thank you, Lord.
the 200 block of 112th Street. He is going to put that down.
Thank you, Lord.
It appears
He was always
that
getting
he is
caught.
now willing to comply with those orders as LAPD takes him into custody momentarily at gunpoint. The entire arrest team at the end of this alley waiting with handcuffs.
New details on that wild dirt bike pursuit that we
Goodness
brought to you
gracious.
live at Eyewitness News. 19-year-old Christian Fuentes is in custody after taking police on a dangerous chase
Probably
yesterday.
Cameras
illegal.
caught him riding while on his phone, filling up for gas and going through parks. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam is live in Huntington Park with new video from the now viral chase. Tim.
Guys, the suspect is facing several felony charges after he damaged this gas
for
pump.
sure.
And now we have new video. Eyewitnesses captured police chasing him through a park. These witnesses' day at the park turned to complete shock as they spot the young man dodging LAPD on a stolen dirt bike. Then there was this weird moment from the ground. Air 7 captured it from above.
What in the world? He got somebody to put gas in a gallon container for him and leave it in the park. He just put gas in that bike. I've never seen anything like this.
That wasn't the only
They
stunning
should lock
scene during the
the person that gave it to him up.
Security video shows the suspect stop to gas up the dirt bike before taking off with the pump still attached.
Oh, pulled the pump. This is really getting crazy really quick.
The crime played out at Nadu and Alameda near Huntington Park. LAPD identified the masked bandit as Christian Fuentes, the 19-year-old facing new felony charges, including evading and vandalism.
Pursuing this dirt bike driver who is armed and dangerous.
Investigators say the pursuit began in LAPD's Northeast Division at Blake and Cabot, then snaked through the city. The chase eventually ended here behind this home on West 112th, across the street from where Isaiah James lives.
It went pretty smooth, you know.
James watched as police found the suspect hiding in a blue recycle bin. The suspect finally surrendered and taken into custody. The arrest happening on the teen's birthday.
He was well dressed, and he looked like he was somebody you would think would do something. And also, I noticed when he was being arrested, they kind of laughed about it because I guess he liked the thrill of it.
Can I get this, please? Can I get this?
Go for it.
Can we? First of all, we need to go ahead and get this reporter a job at the
ESPN.
ESPN. One of them, like he's in the wrong line of work because he had me invested. I was waiting for this man to get I was cheering for the criminal. I said, "Come on, because this is going good." I was ready, and I was waiting for the boy to take off running on foot so that I could watch the conference. Listen. Sir, if you ever see this video, go ahead and turn in your resignation and put in your resume for ESPN, Daytona, whatever. That's where you belong, sir. 100%.
Absolutely.
Now, as far as what happened in California, I agree with you, Brother Wise. California is not a real place. The fact that this man, I don't know who he called on the phone. They dumped the gas at the park. He was able to swing around, get the gas, dump it. Listen, this is not even a real place. I don't even know what I was watching. And the sad part is, I know he had to be arrested, but I could have watched another 10, 15 minutes of that. I wanted him to keep going. I wanted that chase to keep going.
But
I'm surprised the cops came after him.
There's an actual full video out there. It's about 48 minutes or so that they were on this high-speed chasing this dude.
Wasn't that a crime of necessity? Wasn't that a crime of necessity? I'm surprised the cops didn't come after him.
It was the coordination for me. Okay, the coordinated paths. I didn't call you. Now I'm in the park. I knew you were going to take a second to get around the car, so I stopped for gas too. I've never seen such. I thought the guy that was doing the high speed chase, crip walking on top of the car, I thought that was something. This is phenomenal work. Okay, I've never seen such. And the guy reporting, Crystal, you were absolutely right. That was the first thing I wrote down. Okay, he knew all of the verbiage from race car jogging. Okay, he knew all of it. And I'm just like, yeah, this man, he has the voice for it. He was like, oh, this guy is phenomenal. I thought I was. I said, look, you got me mixed feelings over here. Okay,
I know
he's supposed to be locked up, but gosh, this is good. That is what you call pure talent right there. Okay,
somebody's gonna pick him up.
Well, I mean, the youngin on the motorcycle, honestly, I mean, he might have a future. He might have a future racing dirt bikes or something.
The police department ought to do with him, after he serves his time, the police department ought to do what they did with the guy from Catch Me If You Can. Okay, he needs to be teaching the police department all the tactical training that they need to get people like that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good point.
Like how the FBI will
the FBI got him, and that's why the banking system is better now because of people like that. Okay, get this guy. He can do all the vehicle training and at the police department.
They sure gave him a run for their money.
He definitely can be used because he's also somebody who can endure a lot of risk.
Yes.
We see. I mean, he was going sideways across streets and all that. So when you have a person who can hold their composure. I mean, he could stop and make calls, make arrangements for somebody to bring him some gasoline in a water bucket. He had could use his tap so that he didn't have to go into the store to get his gas. He used his tap. I mean, this is somebody, I don't understand why he's not on, like I'm with Reacher. They need to put him in that training. You know what I mean? Those are people who can think under high danger and high risk and maintain composure. And you know, it seemed kind of affable. So
and let him do that along with it, like along with serving his time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to serve time because you put people in danger. However, also pay your debt to society. Teach the cops what you just did.
This is how they do it. They come in, they have a conversation. They say, if you want to get out early, you got to go through a program. This is what it, according to the television, this is what it entails. And he should just tell them, listen, I left my wallet in El Segundo. Okay. Just let it, okay, that's they said 18th in El Segundo. I was like, maybe he's looking for his wallet.
Hey, that new GTA comes out this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think it comes out right before the holidays, you know, November, December time frame. This was just getting you prepared, you know, for what this GTA is going to look like. Okay.
They're going to use him in the commercial.
They're probably going to use him in the commercial. That's highly probable. That's highly probable. You know, I mean, this is crazy, man. But this is a thing in California. I don't think any other place has the type and the amount of high-speed chases like California. It is truly the wild, wild west out there.
I love the helicopter, though.
Oh yeah. Well, he was never getting away
that's
either.
the whole point.
Once the bird has you, once they have you, you're never getting away.
Yeah.
You know. And then I knew it was coming to an end. Like once he got off the bike and was trying to run, it's a wrap at that point. It's done.
Probably ran out of gas.
Yeah, exactly. He probably ran out of gas. But the fact that in the midst of all of this, he pulled up to a gas station, used his tap and pay, you know, to get some gas.
No.
He was calm under pressure too. When he was sitting there getting that gas tank, he was like,
not only did they call, strategically place a gallon of gas in a place where he could stop and fuel and refuel. So he can keep it moving. Hey, that's some talent right there, man.
Honey, we
that
need
is
him on
some talent.
Team America. We need him undercover somewhere. You know what I mean? Doing what people like that do, because he can do it.
Okay, now we admired him enough. The Negro was wrong.
Absolutely.
That's a criminal. He's still a criminal. They got to convert that dude first. They got to convert his thinking before they can do anything with him. Because there's some people that remains that way. They don't want to be converted. They want to do the bad things. They're just habitually criminals. And I pray that he can be converted because he does have some talent, but he was wrong.
Minister, didn't they say he was a teenager?
He's 19.
Oh yeah,
he turned 19.
I'm not saying that. I agree. You say all of them can't be, but some like
can.
He may be able to. You know, he's
That's
young.
right.
But that was his birthday. He did that. That's what they just said. This all took place on his 19th birthday. He just turned 19.
He gonna always remember that birthday, though. I know that. That's gonna be his number-one celebration right there.
Yeah.
He got video footage.
He will be on social media. He'll be on TikTok. Like, hey, y'all saw that?
That's right. That was me.
High-speed chase on that dirt bike that went viral. That was me.
Me.
Yeah. He gonna try to capitalize. Nowadays, you can capitalize on something like that. You can capitalize on it.
I need to go for me for my court cases. He'll be a millionaire by next week.
He's gonna be on TV series or a movie. He's gonna be somewhere. He'll get.
You'll have liberal white women out there, you know, protesting,
wanting to marry him.
Let me tell you something.
I'm available.
I might go for him. Not for the married part, but listen. Here's my pitch, and Miss Denzel. I think the best shot at conversion is to get it, because if you think about it, he doesn't have any other legal way to use those skills.
True.
And if that's your talent and you have no legal way to do it other than that's what they need to tell him. Look, you're gonna end up here the rest of your life unless we can give you some high risk situations that you can use good. Because other than that, the only ones you're gonna find are gonna end you up, you know, in a bad place.
You know, Celeste, I got something for the young man. Wise, you will 100% agree with this. Do your time. If you still have that energy and you want to do wild and crazy things, go join the United States military.
That's right. Let him.
He would do great.
Ron. Yes.
And I heard the CIA and I forget the other organization, but they look for certain people like that have like certain certain characteristics that will
Yeah.
allow for them to be in the Navy SEALs. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I was watching training on the Navy SEALs, and they look for certain types of talent, certain psychological things
True.
that go on because those people can endure more, right?
Yeah.
So in a place where you might not be able to use those talents, you might end up like this, right?
Mhm.
But in a place where you can use those talents
Very
for
helpful.
better, it can be worth something. So I think he's young enough to where, yes, slap him on the wrist and put him where he belongs because he's endangering other people. But I think he's young enough to where you can probably talk some sense into him because
yeah.
it seems like he did something wrong trying to seek a thrill, just bored or something like kids. He's not a kid, but young people, they can
Young
do
people do
stupid
stuff like
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So
They
Well,
obviously
not
don't.
I mean, that's
everybody
also,
is,
you're saying all that, he may be, an illegal immigrant as well.
Right.
That's highly probable.
now if he's
as
that,
well.
now you got to go.
And then all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just got to get
Unless the country can use you.
Exactly.
Unless we can put you in the military.
Yeah, true. I thought that was funny though. I was like,
Yeah, I pray that I pray that he gets the right kind of protection and help and guidance because that dude has talent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Tam G, for the $2 super chat.
Brother Wise, I don't forget, I have family near you.
Thank you, Tam G, for the $2 super chat.
God loves my voice because I use it to praise him.
That's all that
Amen.
matters. That is
right.
all that matters. Thank you, Big Brother Daniel, coming through. $10 super chat.
Brother Wise, cancel all streaming services. Just watch the new Crazy People. Lefties losing it. I love that. I love watching
I
that.
love it. Me too.
Lefty's losing it. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Sky Australia.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Especially her. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
Thank you, Michaela, coming through with the $2 super chat.
Mad Max present day.
Captain Caveman, $5 super chat.
Drag queen children's shows and refueling a motorcycle while on a high-speed chase. We are truly in a double think society. Shake my head.
California.
That's Cali. Captain Caveman, $5 super chat.
If any of you refer to the minister as D again, I'm unsubscribing.
Oh, Lord.
Completely unrelated. But D, how we doing over there in New York City?
Exactly.
Shout out to Corey Brown, $5 super chat.
Sorry, Wise, but there was a Hellcat a couple of years ago that outran the helicopter.
You know what? I do remember that.
That helicopter was a TH-67 Bell Jet Ranger. Of course it got outran. It was a one-engine helicopter. It ain't outriding the Blackhawk. It ain't happening.
I do remember that happening, though. And I do remember that. And the dude that was flying it was so impressed. And the people that was like commenting on it, they were so impressed. And they were actually describing the car. And it was like, oh, man, that's a Hellcat. He was kind of going through in the motor. And the dude that was driving, he was a professional.
Where was this?
Professional.
Wow.
Corey, where was that at? I can't remember exactly what city and state. I just remember watching the video and I was impressed because that dude was driving the heck out that car.
You know what they used to say back in the day? They missed their calling. They missed their calling.
Thank you, Smitty, for the $5 super chat.
Watch Bart's attorney say people were begging to be served cease and desist letters for defamation because it would make them more viral. Backwards thinking. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? That doesn't surprise me. I mean, dude, you got to understand that people in this day and age are willing to do anything for some likes, clicks, and some follows.
Oh, man. Yes,
They're
they
willing
will.
to do anything, man.
That's right.
I just see what you call it, Carmelo's family back on the TV now again. I'm telling y'all, we about to be like between Carmelo's family and the Wells family.
Man. They're going to milk up everything they can.
Seriously.
Well,
he said the Hellcat chase was in Texas. That was in Houston, Texas. Okay. Yeah. Well, see, they're not used to these types of things down there, so they were not prepared. They were not prepared.
Big highways, a lot of places to run. Yeah.
That too. But that guy, hey, if you've never seen that video, go pull it up.
I got it right here.
I'm going to watch it right
Whoever
after.
that person that was driving that car, he was whipping that thing. I mean, he was driving.
Mohammed Ahmed Abu Shiilba is the one who was driving it.
Is that who it was?
Oh, Lord.
No.
Oh, Lord.
He had time. He had time. He had a lot of time.
Professional training. Well, we appreciate you guys pulling up today. Thank you guys so much for pulling up, hanging out with us. Hit the like button on the way out the building. Shout out to everybody that supported the channel financially today. We definitely appreciate you you guys. Thank you, AT, Minister Danzel, Mika, Crystal, Celeste. Appreciate you guys pulling up, hanging out with us today. Again, shout out to everybody that support the channel financially, all the ARP family members, the jewelry, all the folks over there, at the Messy Conservative. What do you call your folks? You got memberships over there? You got members over there?
I'm going to be starting that Monday. So thank you.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
Are you going to call it the messiness?
Yeah, messy mob. Messy.
The messy mob.
The
Messy mob.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Messy mob.
Good alliteration.
Appreciate
All
that.
right, well, we got to talk about doing the women's show.
Women's,
Women's show.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I like the women's show. I like that.
Me too. Me too.
You should think about producing something like that.
Yeah. I can make that happen.
I've asked him.
Like he ain't working hard enough as it is, right?
I asked him. He said he'll work on it.
I love y'all putting him on the spot about this in front of everybody. That's the way to do it right there.
That's
Hey,
exactly
Wise, will you produce a show where women can speak about men unchallenged? That's what we're talking
trash about it.
That's all it is. That's what they really want.
We were going to talk about health. Now, see, this is why. You know what this is? AT, this is why you mad because nobody didn't invite you, but you understand why you can't come. This is exactly why you can't come.
Celeste, did you see he was projecting? Because we said we were talking about health. Somehow or the other, we're going to be.
I can't ever hear y'all talk because y'all have this weird little thing of like groupthink where you talk over each other and yet somehow can hear each other talking and know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, we know how to do that.
Y'all, and the worst part is this one right here knows I got nerve damage in my ears, so she's right now making fun of a disabled person. Y'all look at Kristen; she don't care.
She don't care.
Can I say something? Y'all are all three of you up there, up top, where Wise put you over us. All three of y'all are married men. Even if we were gonna go someplace and talk about men, why would you care?
You make an assumption that we care, Celeste. That's the first thing.
You're absolutely right because y'all grimace your face, Wise grimace his face, and you jump to attack.
Hey, stand up for the brothers, man. Stand up for the brothers, man.
Women don't like that. Why? So like, women want men to be able, hey, no, talk to me. What's going on? But the second when men actually come together, oh, what are you doing over there?
They don't want that.
They don't want that. You ever have one of those women, every time you have fun, all of a sudden she wants to bother you? If you're like, hey, you need help with anything? No. Soon as you sit down and have some fun, women hate hearing the belly laugh from the other side of the house. You know they can't stand that.
Let me come and ruin his day.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why my husband got the man cave. That's why he got the man cave. That way nobody bothers his peace.
I believe in that.
The self-control that Crystal's displaying right now is impressive. I got to give it to her. I really do.
We gonna talk about this because I have a theory on the whole living in the same place but separate space.
Yes,
I got a whole theory on why
I believe in that. Celeste, I believe in
you
it.
think
I have
that's
my
what?
separate space back here. He has the man cave downstairs in the basement.
The wealthy have
necessary.
Celeste, are you pro that or are you against that? I'm trying to figure out where you're at on
I'm
this.
very pro it.
Very pro it. Okay.
He's very pro.
You better be. That's important. Yeah.
Thank you, TMG, for the $2 super chat.
I'm part of the messy mob, Mika.
Hey.
All right.
Right.
All right now. But we appreciate you guys, man. Enjoy the weekend. Go outside and do something fun. Go touch some grass. Have some fun. Oh, hold up. We got one more. TMG, $2 super chat.
Leave my brother one more. Please, I have your back. No, Tam, this a super chat we are not listening to. When he decided he was going to project on the women, to talk about women's health. So
I like that. I like the idea of not just the women's health, but just women's topics in general.
Yeah, man, y'all. Women need it. They need some sane women talking.
Health, relationships.
Postpartum seems like an interesting one based off of today. So I hear that a lot.
Same place, there's a bunch of women out there with shows, but the shows they always go off the rail because it's a bunch of man-hating feminists out there.
Come on,
that they don't like children and they don't like functional nuclear families. They don't like it.
That's right.
They don't want you in a productive, positive, healthy relationship. There's so many of those channels and shows out there just like that.
That's right.
Can we have a same show though if Crystal's going to be on it though? That's the real question.
Well,
right?
Hold on. You need a little. You need a little adversity.
Say it, Mika. That's right. You do.
You got to sprinkle a little spice in there.
That's Crystal.
Then you have to have. Then you have to have the bubble wrap
That's
Gotta have
right.
that,
Yep.
right?
That's
the
right.
wisdom. And
That's
then you just
right.
gotta
And you
have
gotta
somebody that's just gonna be messy. I'm not gonna
yes.
sidestep it. Okay. I'm
Okay,
gonna
so we
tell
got
you.
messy, we got bubble
Great
wrap, and
combination.
we got the issue. Okay, I agree with that. I agree
Great
with that.
combination. I'm telling you, yeah, I agree.
She will call me after this is over with and yell at me. I want y'all to know that.
Kiwan Lynette with the $2 super chat. Kiwan, I'll send it over to you. I'll make that happen as soon as I get off of here. Before
Thank
I forget,
you.
I will
I
send it over.
definitely want to talk to you, and I also owe another phone call that I'm going to make. So,
Amen.
She'll call you 2 months from
oh,
now.
here
Yeah.
we go.
You'll hear from her next year when she switches her cell service plan.
Maybe.
Here we go.
The way Verizon's set up.
I owe you a call, Wise. That I'm going
like I said.
Celeste, you do realize that you owe me a call for a month and a half ago, right?
Oh,
I don't owe you a call.
Oh, you do. I'll send you a text. I'll send you the text. I sure
All
will.
right. Show me the text. But let me just say this. This may not be me owing you call. Just because you want me to call you doesn't mean I owe you.
Oh, goodness, no. I said that you said that you were going to call me. And after I was done crying about that sad news, I stood by and waited for the call and waited for it.
Let me say this. Okay, so you all have to learn the art of speech. Okay. If somebody says they're gonna call you.
Okay.
Depending upon in the circumstance, that could just be
that's Hollywood talk.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Hollywood talk.
Okay.
Sure.
So
how many
what
times?
Celeste is trying to do is
You know,
liberal
you say,
speak.
like,
In other words, what I say is not what I mean, right? You're supposed to know what I actually mean.
Like if you say let's
And I love this one down here in the corner just stirring the heck out of this pot, boy. It's absolutely appropriate for you. It sure is. Look at you cracking up, having a good time, too. She's like, yes, let them fight. Good.
She is messy.
Seriously.
Thank you, Captain Caveman, for the $5 super chat.
We care about your intellectually, Celeste, because we love you. So we need to know. Laugh out loud.
What is it they
God
need
bless
to
you.
know?
God bless you.
I don't know.
My
Y'all
email?
enjoy the weekend.
Yeah.
Y'all enjoy the weekend. We'll appreciate
Looking
you guys.
forward to y'all.
We're willing. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Everybody here except minus AT. But we'll see you guys on Tuesday, man. We appreciate you guys, man. Keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, He gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, it can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. In the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.